Hello, everybody. Welcome to Signature Esports. This is Bryant. This is the Speedy Trophies Top Shop Truck Series. Everybody, welcome. We're gonna have a fantastic broadcast tonight. I'm very excited. What about you, Jason?
I'm fine. I'm sick. But I'm good. This is going to be a good race. It's one of the famed tracks, one of the big quad ovals, out there on the circuit. So, Indy is always a ton of fun for every series that we do. So I'm pretty happy about it. Kaylee, thank you very much for the subscription out there on YouTube. Thank you, Roberge, for the like as well. Let me hit on everything. Just so you know, folks, I have relinquished the reins for today's race, so I'm not going to be your main. I am going to be the co today. We're gonna get some things situated. We're on the job training with Bryant. So Bryant, you get all the fun stuff. It's your turn.
Yes, sir. Let's get it done. All right. We're gonna have a fantastic broadcast. Let's take a look at what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to be at Indy Motor Speedway, built in 1909, guys, on the bricks. It's going to be fun. A 2.5-mile track. We're going to be going 80 laps tonight. The stage break's going to be on lap 25. They have 4 sets of tires in the pits. Is there 3 on the wall?
3 on the wall, so 4 sets of tires total. So
okay.
that's they get that set they start with, and then 3 on the wall. So 4 sets of tires total.
All right, we got no fast repairs tonight, so the goal tonight is going to be to take care of your truck. It's going to be a long race. Coming into the corners here at Indy, it can get really tight when you go side by side. We see him qualifying right now. On top right now is Michael Caffrey in the 77 with a 53.9. But you just got to be careful in these corners. I've seen trucks go 3 wide here and it be a ball. I've seen trucks go 3 wide here and it be misery. So tonight we're aiming for a ball. These guys can do it. They've got the skill. John Hammond currently in second qualifying, but everybody's still just early on the laps here. About 1 minute left in qualifying. Speedy Trophies. That's where you get your fantasy corporate, any kind of awards you need for your company or league events. Great trophies. Just check it out at speedytrophies.com. They are the premier sponsor for the Chop Shop Truck Series here.
All good, thanks. We got it. Ball Status, B&B Music, Admin Box, Logo Paints, also sponsors of the Chop Shop Racing Series. If you want to be a part of the Ball Status, all you got to do is go over to chopchopracing.net and click that old link or hit one of the links in the description, of course, by getting out there and joining the Discord. They could sure use your support. One of the biggest things that I like about the Brickyard is where the start-finish line is. It is about 2/3 of the way down the front straightaway, and pit road exit is out of turn 2, which is on the very back side of it, so a long way around, but you can technically stay on the lead lap on a green flag pit stops.
Yeah, when you're running in the race, you can be running anywhere from 54 to 55 second laps. You can hit pit road, come back out, and that's going to play to a lot of strategy tonight, even with the stage break sometimes. It depends on where the cautions fall, but I would guess they're going to be on the edge of their fuel load for the stage. I could see some strategy going into where people are going to hit on lap 23 or 22, go get their tires and fuel, and then not pit under the stage break to give themselves that advantage. Getting gridded up here. Let's take a look at our qualifying results. Let's go through our grid. Pardon. Starting number 1 with a 53-second lap is going to be Michael Caffrey. Right beside him will be John Hammond. On the second row, we got Nathan Biggert. Second row, we got Nathan Biggert and Sam Beeson on the outside. Third row, we got Michael Strickland with Anthony Crownover.
Got it.
Fourth row is going to be Brian Rayburn and Mark
Retchen. That's my
Retchen.
buddy. That's my buddy from
Jeff City.
Mark. From Jeff City. He'll forgive you.
Fifth row, we've got Grahalva with Hard Tongue. Sixth row, we've got Jason Day and Anthony Shuck.
Well, the driver's ready to go here as we get into row 7. It'll be Connor Hasel and Michael Newbrow there in that 7th row. Row 8 is going to be Wesley Strait, Brandon Banks. Row 9 will be Matt Magner and TJ Krober. Don L. Williams is going to have row 10 locked up on the inside with Greg Whitehead to his outside. Joshua Brock will have Michael Coulter Jr. there at row 11. Brad Dove and Robert Church will make up row 12. Row 13 is Brandon Porter, Ryan Wendt, Alex Thompson, and Spicy, the spiciest one of Rich Holland is going to be out there in row 14. Row 15 will be Stephen Hine and Philip Caffrey. Dave Stenson will have Devin Asuna to his outside as well. Roberge, Culver, Aiden Malcolm, Bobby G, a.k.a. the Garofalo man, is going to be out there for the rest of it. Joe Thompson will be the last driver in the field. 575 getting penalties today. That's important knowledge for you as well. There is one more that's going to be dropping to the tail end of the field. 24, Mark Retchen will be dropping to the tail end of the field as well. So penalties being served by some drivers from last week. But that doesn't take anything away from Michael Caffrey, our driver from Perth, Australia, getting it done today. Fast laps, but consistency is going to be the big key.
Yes, sirs. We are on track here. It's going to be a 1 to go here. Big track. Lots of penalties here. We just see the long line of them. Looks like Hammond's at the head of that. Don't know why.
Things happened last week. You know, if they have an unclaimed incident, then they get dropped to the tail end of the field. Mark Retchen there as well. Robert Church, he's the number 5, the Knoxville, Iowa native, getting out there and putting some time in. You know, that's one of the things about it. It is a claimed league, so if they get in an issue, they have to claim their issue. If they don't feel like they're at fault, then you know those things come into play as well. Grijalva giving us a like. Thank you, Joe. Much love to you. How are you and the fam doing? I know you're here to watch your boy race. Speaking of watching and racing, Beef Jerky Unlimited driver cams on board today, as we're going to see a lot of drivers get fast and furious. There's Roberge, of course, and a lot of drivers looking heavy into their monitors and have their sim rigs set up. Jason Day, of course, on board. You'll see where that driver's screens are located. It's easy to keep track of him. There is Brad Dove. Got the fire department and the Dove 55 on the backside there, of course. We've got a few drivers ready to go. They are all ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Here we go. We're going to get into the restart zone. You can't see it very clearly here. It is there. We're in the zone, and Caffrey launches. Headed into turn 1. The bad jump to the 38 of Benson. I got it right. Benson.
You got it.
I got it right. I think that's the blocks are bigger. Using kind of the whole track right now. Got a lot of cars. Nothing too crazy going on right now. Looks like back towards 12, we might have almost we were 3 right there a second ago. Day and Banks, and you didn't see who the other one was, but looking good. Everything is going pretty smoothly. I don't see any doors or anything. Everybody's like, all right, let's just get through these first few laps, get settled as Caffrey leads the field.
One of the biggest things about this racetrack is the cautions can come hot and heavy. It did look like 27 of Matt Magner getting into the wall back here. Turn 4 is a treacherous turn if you don't time it, but turn 2 is going to be the kind of the same, but on the longer run, you'll see the drivers get a little bit free off corner exit as the tires start to wear. One of the hardest parts about this is losing the draft of the leader. If you are the leader, you want to hold on to that clean air as long as possible, and Biggert doing a great job of holding on to the back bumper of the 77.
Yeah, looks like it's a little bit of a super speedway track in some ways, and you might think that every corner looks the same. They are not the same at all. You go down into turn 1. Turn 1's the slowest corner on the whole track, and turn 2 and turn 4. Turn 2 will catch you off guard coming off of it, and turn 4 get a little loose. It it's more predictable than turn 2 can be sometimes, but turn 1 is certainly tricky. It can get really dicey, especially with those grandstands affecting the heat in that corner.
Shadow's always the most important factor here when it comes to where the grip can be and how it can be. As you see the drivers out of the throttle out of 2, Fastest lap of the race ran so far by Joseph Grijalva, 54.78. We're not seeing the 53-second laps right now because qualifying load is not on. Drivers into the wall back there again. In the tail of the field with this big race line. It's kind of curious. There's Bobby G back here having some quality on the 20 machine. Sees Hayden Malcolm to his backside. Was that Joe Thompson, I think, was the driver that we saw tap the wall there a little bit. Joe Thompson and Jerry Culver. A little PBR action for the 13 as they settle in. 24 and the 5, tail of the field. This is where cycling is going to be huge. Timing is everything. 01 trying to go to the lead. 77 battle up front.
01 gets the nice clean pass. Caffrey does not contest it, but with that pass, the 14 of Hard Tongue sneaks underneath, but it's going to get in trouble here. Large wobble. Can he catch it? Everybody slows down. Is it going to back up? It's backing up throughout the field here. It's a big checkup. No caution is out. We got the 7 hitting the wall and even more spinning out behind that. Garofalo,
Bobby G.
Garofalo.
You can call him Bobby G. You can call him
Bobby G. He got part of that. Culver got part of that. Alex Thompson got part of that. Roberge got... That is not Roberge. Looks like Church got in it too, possibly. Bigger, looking great up there in second. Oh, wait, no, he's in the lead, pardon.
We got, it was Thompson. You were right, Thompson. Alex Thompson here got a little bit sideways there, had the braking zone, had Philip Caffrey behind him. There's the 61 of Philip Caffrey. Just gets in, plants the corner. That's what brought out the caution. And then Robert's nowhere to go. Gets into the 16 there as he's just trying to hold his brakes and just gets pinballed around. That is, it's unfortunate. Philip Caffrey gets to the back bumper of the 16. Ooh. I'm going to rewind this one more time. That was not as beautiful as you want to see. Team had a good run, had the inside of the 11, gets ready to make sets up to make the pass into turn 1, and a great pass it was. Drifts up the track a little bit, steps out of the break, is good. 11, Brandon Porter up the racetrack. 61 with a run into the corner. Because they're braking there. 16 drops in the corner and then just keeps getting ping-ponged here. As, just can't. He tried to hold on to the brakes. It's hard to hold on to the brakes in the middle of the corner when people are going. Man, oh man.
It's a hard hit. There's going to be possibly some drivers out on that. Those are some really hard hits there.
Here's what happened up front as they were checking up for the corner. And here's Anthony Shook in the 7. He has Grijalva behind him with that contact up front. You see the 14 get shaky, and then the 99 dives in to get underneath him. 7 seeing more of what was in front of him, so nowhere for the 99 to really go there. Didn't see the check up in front of him, and the 7 gets planted there. But the caution does not come out from the 7. The caution comes out for what happened to the back of the field with the 16.
I think it definitely trickle down effect there from the front of the field there with Anthony Shook getting way out of
They got punted. That happened. Things like that happen. I mean, it's different braking zones, different things like that. Holly, how are you doing out there in chat? Real quick, hello, y'all. Hey, Jason, good luck to all the drivers. Coulter Strong, hashtag Coulter Strong out there. How are you doing? Michael's mom on YouTube. It's always a pleasure to see you out there in the chat. He's doing decent. He's up 7, sits in 15th. There's a look at the old number 1 truck running my big face on there. I do like it when he does. He runs the Signature Media logo as well. Folks don't know, Signature Media is the parent company of Signature Esports. We are copyrighted, trademarked, and all that fantastic fun stuff that you would ever ask for out there, and that's all brought to you courtesy of Signature Media. Signature Media is can be found at signaturemedia.net. Is how we get our things done. So if you need some graphic work done, you need some advice on tracks or marketing or anything like that, you can do that. That's the real world business, folks. Besides the print shop and all the photography we do. Real quick to touch on our Twitch charity goal of the month. It's $100 goes to Mission 22 or Elderheart Incorporated. They are a 501c nonprofit organization raising awareness and try to stop that terrible 22 veteran, 22 veterans a day who have either made the attempt or contemplated the attempt of taking their own life. So Mission 22 is that hashtag Stop 22 that you're going to see out there. So make sure that if you're on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Signature Esports, to get away from giving me a sub, even though I love it, don't do the sub. Donate that money, that $5 you would spend on that sub, donate that money straight over to Mission 22. I encourage you to do it. As a former vet, I want to make sure that we take care of our brothers and sisters in arms and make sure that we give them all the support that we can. $100 is not too much to ask of the driver, not just the drivers, but of our folks out there to put those subscriptions and donations and stuff that you guys normally do towards that, because that's more important to me than taking your money away from you. You know what I mean? So if you feel it in your heart to do it, please do so. Much love to you. What do we got?
Oh, we got Nathan Bigger up front, and man, in New Hampshire a couple weeks ago, they were all pointing at him, and he's certainly looking good. This track can be very technical, like a short track at times, but also you need to have the skills of a super speedway. I think he's got a good chance of taking this home, but Michael Caffrey's not going to let him do it easily. It's a long race to go. Who can save the tires? Who can take care of the car? It's really the question here. Coming through turns 3 here, we're going to be going green this lap.
Grijalva, yes sir, it's awesome. You got a test and tune this Sunday here in El Paso for kart season starting. Grijalva's gonna be behind the wheel again. That's awesome. You guys gotta see, remember, always send me pictures of these things. I'll blow it up on social media, or I also enjoying knowing where our drivers are at and what they're doing in the real world. It's all good things. So make sure that you guys keep up with it. We need to get you in our Discord. Be cool. I'd get you out there. All right, pace car's in.
See who gets the good jump here. You cannot see the restart zone once again. You just start seeing that car leap and you know he's in it. There he goes, the 01, a Bigger. Decent jump. He's going to clear the 77 here to put the alongside. That'll be Crown Over. Crown Over should be able to follow him here into there in this sports truck.
Crown Over running that second lane up is going to be clear up to second. Caffrey trying to get down to the bottom side of the racetrack. He is going to see Michael Strickland to the inside. It's a TRX driving machine. I did reset my paint so that way we could see what the Chop Shop League, one of the co-owners of the league, is doing here. 77 drops in front of the 88-14 of Colby Hartung to the outside. The battle for fourth is right there. What can Colby Hartung do?
I'm not sure. He got forced a little bit high up the track there. I thought he may have gotten loose and washed up there. He's doing a good job. I think it was going to affect him off 4. He did a great job. The 8 is in it.
When a 37 truck field crashes at Indianapolis, man, that's what it looks like at Indy, as it's a parking lot. If you needed to go to Walmart, ooh, that's exactly what you're seeing back here. That's a whole lot of chaos. As they get all straightened out here, that's exactly what that looked like. Somebody can clip that. We'll make that a TikTok. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah, it looked like Chicago street course.
If you didn't see it the first time, well, let's go and take a look at it the second time. Kroger was the guy that was in that 37 trucks, folks. 37 trucks in this race today. Kroger getting himself worked back up. He got turned a little bit there. And here's where that happened. He had, I do believe, well, I think he might have drifted up a little bit. Jason Day was there to his outside. Here's a look. Day's there. 8's there. Oh, 8 free, gets the net code. Oh, not the 8. The 52 was free and got the net code. Then the 3, nowhere to go. And then everybody braking. And as everybody was braking, just look at that. Wait, hold on. Let's just stop that for a second. And Ryan Wynn's truck gets smashed up. Well, not smashed like in a good way, but gets lifted up out of the corner. This was, oh, poor guys. I say that. Can we actually use that button? There it is. That's what it looks like. A couple of drivers able to make it through that. Oh, That's a
Definitely some net code there.
that's
That's pretty bad.
That's a 16, 17 truck pileup right there. As everybody trying to stop, trying to get themselves worked up. Some drivers did get stopped. Hammond back here did. You know, all the excitement for the driver stopping. Thompson able to get stopped as well. Brad Dove back here on the 25 trying to work on it. Hoi! Drivers on pit road getting some repairs taken care of. Jason Day, one of those drivers. TJ Krober's on pit road. So Jerry Culver, Bobby G going to be out there. I think Bobby G, I don't think we had a lucky dog this time, so we're good to go.
No lucky dog. Nobody's had any problems so far. Everything's gone pretty smooth except for Anthony Shook's little wiggle. Everybody's been doing pretty fine.
Med Rude giving us a like and a share. Much love to you, my friend. That is the first follower, the first subscriber, the first guy to put money in our bank account, so to speak, with either stars or bits or whatever it was. He was the guy that has been there from the very beginning. And not only that, but has sponsored Signature Esports for the duration of 2024. So thank you, sir, very much for what you did. Actually, that money went a long way to our charity stream as well. So we were able to do a lot with that. So if you want a guy who believes in the heart, that's going to be him. So I know he's not streaming right now, but I know that he's taking a break from streaming. But I want you to go follow his Facebook page, facebook.com/Manderud Racing, MANDERUD Racing. Go check him out over there. You can also follow his kick channel. So when he does decide to go back and live stream, you got to make sure that you find him. He is a legend. Hey, James, we got another voice up in the broadcast booth. This is Bryant. He is going to be part of the platform over here. So make sure that you show him some love if I give it to him, man.
Well, everybody, let's make sure we go check out NordVPN. NordVPN. Some places just have to have a VPN. You want to watch. I'm not saying I do it. Sometimes you want to watch Ford versus Ferrari. Well, it's on Disney Plus in Canada. Just tune in there to Canada, you know. Well, you can do it on NordVPN. Promo code signature. Use it. Get an extra 10% off, guys. Please go check it out. NordVPN.
Mike_DBR. That's the Drinking Bros Racing legend out there. That is a parking lot. Newbright, you're up 5. Good luck on your restart here, man. I know that this can be a good track for you. So hopefully this one will turn out well for you. There is the 11 of Brandon Porter. He was coming off pit road. Greg Whitehead as well coming off pit road. Long pace laps here, so they can get a lot of damage taken care of. And going a lap down is not as big of a deal as what you would think. Anthony Shook back out there again. He is able to get the truck worked on. You can spend 8 minutes and only go 4 or 5 laps down. That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, and if you, my right strategy would always be here: go a lap down, then race for the lucky dog. Go a lap down, then race for the lucky dog. It's the best way to make up as much damage time as you can. Lights are off on the pace car. We will be going green this lap.
All right. He's going to have the cleanest truck. 30 drivers on the lead lap, 7 drivers off the lead lap. We talk about cautions, breeding cautions, and fighting for every position. This one will do better if they can run for if they can push for the long haul. Now the stage comes up at 25. That's not that big of a gap right now. Considering we're 11 laps in, they can get this running.
Good jump here. Crown over his first time on the front row in this race. Gets to do a great job on the outside. Here comes Michael Caffrey on his inside. I think 55 might be able to hold it up on the outside lane there. Going to get some good draft from the 01 of Biggert. And he does clear. Great job by the 55 of holding up on that top lane there.
Pro Rev Esports team has that second spot locked in right behind our favorite Australian pair of Caffrey. He's got his, I think it's his brother or his cousin back here, Philip Caffrey. Could be running 28th right now. A lot of drivers getting a little dicey back in the middle portion of this one.
Getting really thick for 10th place here, guys. It was 2 by 3 there for a while there, and these 3 guys at the bottom will not come away from each other's bumpers. They have been following each other on this whole lap, and it looks like it continue. There slides up one guy, and everybody's down out to dry, single file.
44 to the inside of the 35. Spicy One of the homage for the DBR racing team. He's, I like the Tabasco, the new Tabasco truck he's running, a little Dark Horizon fishing truck. A little free off corner. Going to see the one behind him, 44 of Connor Hazel down to the bottom side, trying to get to the inside of the one of Coulter Jr. 43 rolls the outside. Here comes Joshua Brock and that Toyota. So we're seeing a couple of Toyotas for the Dark Horizon camp and the Winston camp, which you're going to be seeing tomorrow. Winston Throwback Series right here on Signature Esports. Little Gen 6 action. They're changing some rules up to get themselves a little run. How about the 54 Brandon Banks, part of the DBR team? He and Newbrow doing a decent job of moving their camp forward.
Take a look at Michael Caffrey. He's got a cluster behind him. I think that's where the field's hung up right now. Oh no, the 55 looks like it's more. We're hung up there. Got a nice good group right behind him. But Nathan Bigger is just saying goodbye. I'm going to Hawaii. We're going to be in a different zip code soon if he can get out there. I think the draft's going to keep it decently close, but Bigger just keeps pulling away.
There is a mode of tire saving early on. If Biggert puts himself out there and can break up the draft a little bit, you're going to see some of the drivers put themselves in that same field. And right now, from second on back is going to be big runs. How about the 99 of Girl Haller running the fastest lap of the race, 54.65 last time by. And we'll see some fast laps here coming up, but a lot of the drivers, they're needing to put in some of that effort and keep themselves in the straight and narrow, right? 0.8 of a second lead. You see the 01 breaking the draft here to try to pull some of that air off of the nose of Crown over, and nobody really on the back bumper of anybody here to try to bump draft them on the straights. Caution comes back out here.
That's going to be Hazel. Looks like Hazel's in it. The 24 of Culver is in it. Take a look at what happened here.
Connor Hazel was trying to bump draft the right rear quarter panel of the 24 here. I want to say that now this is on a straightaway. 44 has a run. A little drift down, little net code, little racing incident here, I think. I don't think any one of those drivers did anything wrong. But some right front damage for the 24, some left front damage for the 44. We'll have to see if that's going to be repairable. That was unfortunate for both of those drivers. Starting the build of a good run, and that is kind of how it went. How's the bunny to watch the race? It's okay. Things happen, man.
Lap 14.
Thank you, sir.
This is our third caution so far?
Yeah. But we only have 3 pace laps. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not a big deal. We're going to get some green flag action here. Got to get the bugs out at the beginning of the race. Better at the beginning than the end. We're getting there. We got a couple of drivers who are struggling here. We've got Roberge, 5 laps down. Went 5 laps down. Krober, 5 laps down. Shook, 5 laps down. Whitehead is 1 lap down. Malcolm is 4 laps down. Man, there's some got some people. They might be able to make it back up here with a few cautions. I know Whitehead can make it in that 3 car, but Malcolm and Porter, Shook, I think they're gonna finish the race.
Mr. Krober, much love, man.
A lot of stuff can be said for somebody who wrecks on lap 8 and will finish the race here. So
I mean, that's part of the goal. You know, you always got to get out there and you gotta take care of the vehicle. But there's quite often that you'll see drivers try to push themselves. Greg Whitehead, who would be your lucky dog if that were. I think he might be the lucky dog here. We'll see. They're finally catching back up with the pace truck here. Let's see if any one of the drivers are going to. I think Greg should be it. Wesley Strait coming to pit road. Retchen coming to pit road. Connor Hazel, Alex Thompson, Dave Stenson. A lot of drivers can come to pit road here and get some damage, especially if they took a little bit of damage on that last lap. Yeah, I think the 3 Whitehead is going to be your lucky dog, so he's going to come around. And that's the only thing that stinks about being a lucky dog at this racetrack. It takes so long to get around the drivers in a big truck field, but also it takes so long to get back around so that we can come to pit road before that 1 to go happens. that it's almost impossible. So if you're the lucky dog after a big run, you're not wanting to take it. So we'll see. Greg Whitehead will be that lucky dog coming around 17 of 80. Malcolm 4 laps down would be your next eligible candidate for the lucky dog. Robert's looking at the same concept here. He went ahead and came to pit road, got some more stuff taken care of, checking on the fuel strategy and the race strategy. You want to avoid getting any incident points coming off pit road. It's very easy to do so because it can give you a black flag. But you see the access road here at Indianapolis. It really takes a lot to keep these trucks with damage on that access road if anything were to happen.
Well, Jason, you like fishing?
Of course I do.
I like fishing. We got lots of trout here in Utah. And speaking of fishing, Dark Horizon Fishing. You ever heard of them? Dark Horizon Fishing. They're in the Chesapeake Bay area. They can take you some guided fishing trips and get you some nice big fish. You know, I've always dreamed, Jason, of catching a really big largemouth bass. And the only largemouth bass I've ever seen in person was about as long as my thumb. So I'm not doing too good on the largemouth bass department, but I can catch some big trout. I can get some big trout up here.
I tell you what, if you want to be a part of the Dark Horizon Fishing family, go to facebook.com/Dark Horizon Fishing. He takes you open water fishing. He knows the James River area, but he likes to take you out there on the Chesapeake Bay. He is booking his trips for the 2024 season and will fill up fast. He filled up fast last year. He's going to fill up fast this year. So make sure that you go book him. Tell him Signature Esports sent you over. He will cut you a small discount. And I think it's like $50, which is a good deal. So make sure you go check him out. He drives the Toyota. That's Rich Holland. He's a big partner, big sponsor of the series. Always has been. And we love what he does. So go check out Dark Horizon Fishing on Facebook. He doesn't have very many followers, but I tell you what, his word of mouth business has been what's been killing it lately. So that's the reason why we've been trying to get his social media up there. He keeps killing it each year. So go check him out. He's been in business for a couple of years. He's been fishing forever and has been doing guided fishing tours for a long time. But his official in official capacity over the last couple of years, he's been the guy to go to if you want to go deep sea fishing or open water fishing over in the Chesapeake Bay area. So go check out Spicy and what he does. Nathan Biggert is going to have the restart here. Anthony Crown over on the outside, 77-14, then the 38-88 on the restart.
Trying to find some guys to take a look at. Rich Holland up 14 spots so far. Joe Thompson in 20th up 17. But up front, it stayed relatively calm. Conover up 4 positions. Hard Tug in the 14 up 6. All Chevrolet top 5. Then was followed by two fours. But as we're rolling into the restart zone.
First Toyota will be Joshua Brock and Rich Holland. We're Green Flag Racing once again here at Indianapolis as these drivers wreck
Spicy,
again.
it's wrecking. Oh.
And restart. Parking lot party once again. Hold on to your truck. And they're still wrecking. Holy cow. Man,
wow.
Oh man.
It's definitely old tires. Somebody got onto that restart. They had old tires. They spun them, and it just jerked, and they couldn't do nothing.
We're going to take a look. Oh, 38 punts to 14. That was Colby Hartung that got caught up on that. The 38 of Sam Benson. I don't know if it was a misshift by the 14. I got to go take a look. We got to go on board Colby Hartung here because that's what happened. And yeah, here's a listen in, folks. Oh, he hung it out. He hung the clutch.
Misshift.
He hung the clutch. You can hear it, folks. A lot of drivers who are out here who aren't using auto blip or auto shift, they use their clutch to shift. Listen. That's that hanging the clutch out, trying to get it into gear. Right here. And just gets ran over, and Sam Benson was nowhere to go. Is already up through the gears. Listen, this is what it looks like from Sam Benson's point of view. And everybody else just going through the motions here. Oy.
Personally, I don't use auto blip as well. And if you just do not blip that throttle correctly without the auto blip on, it will not go into gear. I'm personally a non-clutch user. I'll use the clutch if I'm having problems, but if you just don't do it quite right, it will not shift for you. And so it looks like that's probably part of the problem there. It'll be hard to give it an EOL on that one.
A lot can be said for holding your brakes and letting drivers skedaddle on by. And sometimes those things do happen. So right there, 17 drivers involved, according to my count here, with an incident. And Indianapolis becoming a tough racetrack today for a lot of the drivers, as we see basically 11 drivers out there still basically running. The inside lane was the benefit there. Check up on Newbrow here. I think Newbrow was fine there. Let me go back. I got to scroll way back up here, folks. Do apologize.
That Striker's awfully happy as he got into fourth position, and Grijalva worked his way up to ninth and fifth in the 99, looking really good.
Well, I didn't think that Newbrow got involved, but he did. Yeah, top five are pretty much the drivers who. Yeah, there's Newbrow. There's Grijalva. Let me back up here just a little bit. Yeah, top five. The only drivers not involved in that. So that incident right there with the 14, you see the 74 Brian Rayburn here on the start of the race right there. Just gets free and gets shaky, and the 6 was on top of it inside, and didn't matter anyway. Every one of those drivers involved with the issue with the 14.
Definitely a mistake I can see myself making. It can get tricky, the gears sometimes. Well, do you know what they're doing tomorrow night in Chop Shop?
I believe they got a new series starting, but I'm not a part of that series. So we're going to get a Winston throwback series tomorrow night on Signature Esports. That is the big conglomerate that we have to make sure that we are talking about. But if you want to be a part of a GT3 series, I believe that's the one that's starting tomorrow.
Oh yes, it's GT3s and GTPs. I'll be driving it out here tomorrow. It's gonna look hot. We're gonna have some fun. GTPs, you got the Acura, you got the Cadillac. Oh man, Porsche and the BMW, and you got all the GT3s in there. It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night, right? We're hitting Sebring for a 90-minute race. If you want to do some GTP or GT3 racing, check out Chop Shop Racing. You go to chopshopracing.net, right, Jason?
Yeah, if you want to be a part of the Chop Shop Racing crew, regardless of what you race, they run 5 nights a week with two days off. Chopshopracing.net. But I want you to tune in tomorrow for the Winston Throwback Series here on Signature Esports. If you're not racing, you should be watching. That's the way it is. It's how we support everybody. Right now, we have 18 drivers on the lead lap. A lot of drivers are off the lead lap because of that debacle that was last week. We went from 28 drivers being on the lead lap, and because of where that caution happened, where the caution came out, a lot of drivers kind of got messed up there. And so now we're seeing about 8 drivers off the lead lap. They came to pit road on lap 19, and they're going to be a lap down because of how Iracing scored things.
That's going to be really difficult to deal with.
I mean, it's
just,
iRacing.
It's just, yeah, it's iRacing, man. That hurts. 18 people left in the lead lap. We started with 37. And this next caution, I think that might be the stage there. I'm not quite sure.
They should be able to run it. They're going to be within the realm to run a couple of laps. So basically a green, white checker to the stage, coming around a complete lap 23. So they'll run 24 and 25, and the stage should be able to run there. So, I mean, it's still racing. They still got to do it.
I thought that caution lap just did get, the caution did get extended by a lap. I was like, the lights were off on the pace car. They were off. We did extend it. We had some cars catching up to the field. Had to wave it for a second.
That's what happens. Rayburn in on pit road still. It's going to be leaving pit road now. We'll have to work on staying on the lead lap here. Leaders coming around. Pace car is going to dive in. We're going to go back to green flag racing to lap 25. That'll end your stage. Nathan Biggert, Anthony Cronover, Michael Capley, Michael Strickland. There we go.
Top three is going to try it here again for the third time. Nice wiggle. Both tires. Lay and claim. White. It's completion in lap 25. We're going to come in.
88 to the inside, try to make a move on the 55, side-by-side racing for second as Strickland tries to go up the race line. Draft is going to work with the 55. Nathan Biggert's going to be able to benefit from this as they continue to work. David Asuna would be your lucky dog right now. Actually, take that back. Wesley Strait able to get around a couple of the drivers here, so he's going to be up. As Brian Rayburn brings up the tail end of the field. Actually, Rayburn all by himself says, let me have at it, I'm fine. They come around to take that white flag lap out of 3 and 4 onto that short chute into the long straight here. White flag away for the final lap of the stage. Nathan Biggert 6/10 of a second as Cronover and Strickland listen.
It's the fight for second here. Strickland's going for a little run. Cannot do much with it. He is running a better line, I think. Deeper into turn one for sure. Get off of turn two here. Yeah. Get off of turn two good. Really good here. It's really good. Big round down the back stretch.
Striker on that restart was up underneath the bumper of the 55. Drivers, Matt Magner down to the bottom all the way back here as they're going to be 2 and 3 wide as John Hammond tries to get clear of some of the traffic in front of him. Has a little bit better truck. Still with some damage. A lot of drivers have a lot of damage going on right now. But Nathan Biggert out of 4. He's going to come around and believe in the sweep the stage.
Yeah, that car was dominant for sure. Nobody could test for second. And that will be stage number 1. Won by Nathan Biggert. Cronover second. Strickland will come in third. Michael Capley fourth. Joseph Rapalva will have Lou Brow seventh. What's his name? Bobby? Big B Bobby?
Bobby Garofalo.
Bobby G will come in 8th. Hine will come in 9th. And good old Churchy. Good to see you up there, Church. Churchy is in 10th.
Waiting for them to come around, meet up with the pace car, and there'll be some changes. There might be some changes, so we can take a screen grab of the top 10. So we send it over to John Hammond, who helps with the points. Thank you, everybody, for being out there. Much love to you. I know that they've seen some cautions today. These things happen. Dilgaff, there is a big sheesh. Much love. Sucks to get caught up in that, but hopefully you get this thing fixed and gain enough spots. It can still happen. There's a lot of spots to be gained. There's a lot of drivers that might have a blown engine. We're only 25 laps into this thing, 26, now 27 as they come around to meet up with the pace car. Dilgaff is the missus out there. If you haven't gone out there and done so, make sure you go to our YouTube store and buy yourself some merch. It includes a Dilgaff tumbler. You can also go to our media website. You should be able to see that Dilgaff tumbler. That supports her vacation needs because she needs a vacation occasionally.
You know, with as many cars as we have a lap down here, there's still plenty of battling going on. from 19th back. Looks like Rayburn might go a lap down here. The Pope. Looks like the Pope.
Now he should be able to lead lap. I do believe Joe Thompson's going to be up there, so we'll take a little screen grab here real quick of the last of these top 10, because that should have been it. It'll be Biggert, Crownover, Strickland, Caffrey, and Grijalva, your top 5 for the stage. Newbrow's going to be 6th. Hazel and Garofalo going to be your top 8. Stephen Hine, Robert Church, the top 10 for the stage. Big momentum, big improvements. They're going to need green flag runs here, and we're going to see pretty much everybody come to pit road. But I would suspect that there's going to be a lot of drivers who are going to stay out and try to get this free pass. There are a lot of drivers stuck a lap down right now that came out on 19 or 20 that may have to short pit themselves for that field. I do believe 25 to 27 laps. 27 laps would be pretty common to see a lot of drivers get out there and run. I believe the fuel mileage here, if I remember correctly, it was like 30 laps. It's a big track, 2.6 miles in length. But there's a lot of braking, a lot of straightaway speed, and insanity kind of rolls over.
It's very skinny front stretch, all right? Just you got to remember, and that's what we've seen so far. We've seen a lot of people caught between the two walls in the front stretch, and chaos ensues. You have a wreck on the back stretch, you have an escape route. For the front stretch, you go left, you have wall. You go right, you have wall. You have nowhere to go except for to slam that brake pedal and pray the guy behind you doesn't completely kill you.
Well, I mean, the speeds get in excess of 190 plus miles an hour in these trucks, and that's probably the big key here is you're going through the gears as fast as possible, traveling at 70 miles an hour before the start of the race. Through first gear, you're going to get up to 104 miles an hour on these trucks, and then to go from 104 to back to 90 miles an hour, that's a big difference. 15-mile-an-hour difference on the truck that is shifting through the gears and on the loud pedal behind. That's huge. So we'll see. I do believe Ratchet might stay out here. We're going to see a couple of drivers come to pit road. Stephen Hines going to be one of those drivers. Bill Caffrey, Bob Garofalo, all those drivers were working. Bobby G coming off pit road is going to make that work. Now, I was looking at the Lucky Dog there, and that Lucky Dog, I believe, was Philip Caffrey, so he is coming down. Oops, going to be right there to the outside of the one. So we'll see everybody work on their pace here. I am just assuming that all these drivers are going to stay out, and I was right. The 24 will try to get a free pass here. A lot of drivers looking to get that free pass, including some of the drivers who did not come to pit road, or came to pit road to get more of the damage taken care of. Kobe Hartog, Brandon Banks was up in the mix as well. So we'll see how this is going to work out. We're going to see quite a few drivers take that free pass. Rich Holland will take the free pass, I do believe. Well, no, Spicy is on the lead lap. It looks like he is on the lead lap. Oy vey. Brad Dove, John Hammond. They'll come around. They'll get back on the lead lap. Ryan Rayburn's going to be your race leader.
What a strategy from Rayburn there. Just like I said earlier, he did not pit, but he was so far back, a lot of those guys were able to get the free pass. So he did help out the people behind him get the free pass.
8 required and 5 optional. Let's get it fixed, man. There's a lot that can happen. So Brian Rayburn came out on 22, traps a few drivers a lap or so down. Did trap. That's the reason why Brandon Banks didn't come to pit road, or came to pit road. And he was just trying to be that lucky guy. Greg Whitehead there as well. It's going to be a lap down. Kobe Hartung still a lap down. We've seen all these drivers playing catch up here. Hayden Malcolm, Anthony Shook, Joe Thompson, all working on it. I want to check in with our driver cams brought to you by Beatrick Unlimited. I do believe Roberts has a never quit attitude. So, you'd have to pull him away from that seat. And he's sitting dead last right now, and he says, you know what, I'm getting the truck fixed. I just got it all fixed. I'm ready to go. So he's back out there ready to rock and roll.
You know what I like to see? One of my favorite people to hang out with in the chat is good old Churchy. Churchy sitting there on the outside here, right next to the Pope. You know, it's all the boys are up front, man, looking real good.
Can everybody catch back up here? They're going to wave off the start of the race for one more lap. Again, pace speed is actually 75 miles an hour. It's 60 miles an hour on pit road. That's one of the fastest speed limits you're going to see. I believe it's 60, because that's one of the things that I was seeing before. A lot of entertainment value went along with that. That's for damn sure. There is Brad Dove, who is sitting in 13th right now, having a better race. We check in on all of our cameras. Oh, that camera's gone. Oh, maybe that camera is not gone. Is that camera still gone? The camera's gone. My bad. No. And there's Alex Thompson.
Something that's really interesting that's happened to Indy in the last few years. So they're repaved in back in the 2000s. They diamond grinded it. You know what diamond grinding is? It's like little trenches inside of the asphalt. Basically, it helps create more grip on the racetrack and stuff. That's why you had all those tire problems, because it made it very, very rough track. If you look at the track now, most of the diamond grinding is worn away. It's created a much different racetrack. And it's quite interesting to see the difference between the diamond grinding, how it was 20 years ago, and what it is now. So as the pace car peels off here, the Pope will have control of the field.
74 ready to go. They're going. Green flag. Little free for the 5. Woo, good patience for the laps around here now. So 25 in. Brian Rayburn to the other side. Turn 1 busy as the driver's going to work. Did not take tires.
And Biggert's going to be right on his bumper. Caution's out. It's like Culver might be in it again. Poor Culver. Oh, it's quite a few of them. We got Culver, Went, Banks, Alex Thompson again. Krober again.
Thompson just came off pit road. That's unfortunate for him.
Well, it's hard to watch.
Let's take a look.
Also got the 43.
Oh, it was a 40 of Ryan Wendt. He was sideways back here. Let's take a look. Bar chase. Hold on, folks. Oh, baby.
Poor old Roberge got in it again.
Yeah. Ryan Wendt had the 29 or the 89. So, all right, here's Ryan Wendt. He has the 40 of Colby Hartung to the outside. There's the 89 there as well, 54 in the corner. 40 goes outside. Oh, 89 clips to 54, and that just created chaos. And 13. At least Roberge wasn't too bad. Thompson. This is what's unfortunate about being at the tail end of the field. It's similar to what you see at the super speedways. Now Thompson did what he needed to do here and slowed down. We're gonna look at Alex here. He sees it. He's braking. Oh, just he had trucks to his inside there. Didn't want to cut them off. And he took the line there that was going to try to slow him down. He was on heavy braking, couldn't get to the outside. Man, 6 cautions here at, and not including the stage caution. That's a spicy meatball here.
Can you imagine going 145 miles an hour around this track in an IndyCar?
Mm-hmm. Colby Hartung might be your lucky dog here. I believe he is. Should be your lucky dog. Joe Thompson coming off pit road right now. Sam Benson. We're looking at the bottom side. So Kobe Hartung coming around. He's going to be back on the lead lap. Brian Rayburn, your race leader. John Hammond, Jason Day, Mark Gretchen, Wesley Strait, Coulter Jr., Stephen Einfeld, Caffrey, Jerry Culver, all on pit road. A lot of damage. We're seeing a lot of damage. Again, incident points are capped at 20, and then you get a black flag for every 10 incident points after that. I think we got some drivers that might be approaching that, so we'll see how this one's going to play out toward the end of it. That's for darn sure. That's a big deal. Kobe Hartung back on the lead lap. Folks, we're going to take a little bit of a hydrate break. I also have to make an adjustment in game, so I'm going to play the starting soon whatchamajigger again, so that way we can the commercial, so that way I can make sure that we are not starting soon, but the Chop Shop intro again, so that way we can get some. I got to get some things fixed on my end. So it's nothing anybody's doing. I just forgot to check one button in the session. So I will be right back. We'll be right back in just a few moments.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Signature Esports. Brian and Jason here still. Ryan Rayburn, the Pope, is up front. Lights are off on the pace car. Got Nathan Bigger, Anthony Crownover, and Stryker in fourth there. Church is still looking good there in sixth. He got pushed 3 wide there on the last restart. Hopefully this will be a little bit smoother for him. Here's that. John Hammond in 17th. Keep in mind, he started 37. Technically he didn't start 37th because he qualified up front, but he had a penalty. He had to go to the back. Pace car is off. Let's keep eyes on Ryan Rayburn.
He went early, and I don't blame him. 6 cautions, all without 5 for incident, 1 for the stage, and they're averaging a caution every 2 or 3 laps, and sometimes not even able to make that. So we'll see if they're going to be able to settle in. 74 as the 88 works the outside lane. 55.99, all these double-digit numbers getting busy here as they work off the corner. 88 drifts down to the bottom just a little bit, almost gets into the 55, but definitely has the push. They're going to be 2 by 2 getting into the corner. 01, 74. Once again, Nathan Bigger.
Yeah, but he's being chased by Stryker right now. Stryker had a lot of good run earlier. Didn't quite get by him, you can catch a guy here, but passing him is a completely different conversation. As the Pope follows him to 55, and Crownover's going to fight the Pope here for the position down to the turn 1.
The 01 breaks the draft of Stryker there, and as you see, the 88 get to the back bumper. Now it's going to be all over the back bumper. Breaking the draft on the 88 didn't work that time. And this is where the challenge goes for all the drivers as they go 1, 2, 3. Strickland down to the bottom, gets a little free off corner exit. Now going to be in the wake. Going to have to really, really stay up on the back bumper of the 01 if he wants to be able to make this happen. He's going to have the outside lane. Strickland goes to the fake, goes to the inside.
He's going to dive deep into turn 3 here, and there's just no, can the 01 make it stick on the outside? Not quite. Here comes the 55 and possibly get him. Nope, new leader, Michael Strickland.
55 to the back bumper. Now the first time dirty air in a hot minute for the 01.
Watch Ray, oh my gosh. Rayburn almost died there off the corner. Huge wiggles. He's going to fall back to 5th.
Grajava holds on. Strickland out front. Your top 5 all working. How about Michael Newbrow to the bottom side? Able to get that car or that truck worked on last time he came to pit road. Just a little bit. Not much damage in the wake of it. This little inside line scrape's going to be behind the 27. Able to keep himself on the lead lap as Roberge comes back out of pit road. Magner, McCaffrey, again, your pole sitter off 6. He's trying to keep himself clean here for the long haul. ICM 16 is going to be one of the biggest mover of the race, and Church is the biggest mover of the race right now. 18. Bobby G, let me take that back. Bobby G under fire. He's up 19. A lot of big movers because of the cautions we've seen.
Yeah, if you can avoid those wrecks here, it's proven that you can get up there like Tom Hammond. Tom Hammond has worked his way up 3 positions since the caution. Hopefully he can keep it cooking there as he is leading his pack, his little mini pack there, back in 14th.
John Hammond has the skill to win here. Has the skill to be top 3. Loves this racetrack. Of course, was your P3 starter. I'm sorry, your outside pole position here. That penalty earlier, able to try to avoid a lot and keep that truck as clean as possible. 58 seconds on pit road last time, which means that even if we took time, she's still looking at about 40 seconds of damage taken care of. Right now, we have 25 drivers back on the lead lap. Greg Whitehead would be your lucky dog here and has had that truck worked on about 95 different times. Brandon Banks, who has a win on the series already, has Jerry Culver behind him. Right front damage for him. He's missing a quarter panel. A lot to be said as they continue to work. Jerry Culver in the 13 still rolling. How about the 0.2 of a second difference here for the 88? How about that breaking the draft? Do you think Stryker starts to work that over, or does the 01 just be patient and see how when he goes? A little free off corner for the 01.
Patience is key here. We've got almost 40 laps to go. We're almost halfway through this race. Take care of your car. It's probably number 1 here. We've seen a lot. Oh, hard hit off the turn 2 back there for 10th. But just take care of your car. We've seen here throughout the race. Stay out of sticky situations, back out of it if you have to. All right, no need to send it deep because that's not going to be the move that wins the race. Right now, it's just hold on, let's get some laps logged. Taking bigger
side of the 2 here real quick, folks, as we see this thing. He was talking about that 10th battle. They've got about from basically Church on back, they're all stuck within a rock and a hard spot. Brian Rayburn in 6th, but if you look at all these drivers behind trying to fill their spots, there's Michael Caffrey just trying to balance some tires here. Whole lot happening in this little middle section, so don't count any one of these drivers out as Rich Holland closes in. How about the 0-2 to the bottom side? That is Wesley Straight. Gets the tires on the grass, hooks the bottom. That is something that we've not seen yet of any of these drivers, utilizing the bottom strip and utilizing the grass to pull the tire off to make a quick turn.
Yeah, try to get underneath Hazel there. Was not quite able to make it stick because off the corner, everybody goes to that wall and everybody just drafts. So you got to complete turn 2 pass with enough momentum, make the pass off the straightaway there, and he just quite did not have enough.
John Hammond closing down the distance, running some fast lap times, 55.6s. As your leaders are running about 55.4s, Crown over a 55.3 last time by. For the most part, anybody who was running a 56-second lap is going to be behind Church here and Rayburn. Rayburn tough to pass. See, you see these drivers trying to make the passes on the outside. There goes the 77 to the inside of the 27. Caffrey and Magner side by side as we see what these drivers are going to be trying to do. A little bit of damage for some of the trucks in front of them as now the 6 and the 77 going to
77 getting pushed by Newbrow. Only working for about, everybody's trying to get to Rayburn. Rayburn's holding up this pack right now. It's really hard once you get held up there. You get in a group. If you go to try to make a move, you're going to get used up, right? You're going to the back, all right? Now this car is going to make a move. You're going to the back. Newbrow's holding decently on that inside line, though. Looks like the 2 is helping him out there. Williams possibly down that front.
Donnie up 9. Trying to find pace. 77 trying to clear the 6 here as the 6 had the inside panel on the straightaway. 77 trying to break it and trying to get a little bit cleaner on the nose of the truck. The 27 not trying to make any passes on the 74 right now. And I believe that's the better truck. I don't know if he realizes that Rayburn just did not take tires yet. And right now the 77 going back to work on the inside. Notice he's got a faster truck. The second group is falling heavily away from Michael Strickland, who's racing at about 6 seconds the difference between, or 5.5 seconds the difference between Robert Church and Michael Strickland right now as the top 3 go to work. The top 5 go to work here. Top 4, look at Grijalva falling back just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely a split here. 5th, 4th. Oh, you see Ryan Went back there at the back of this lead pack. He is a few laps down. Other than that, this lead group is just pulled away. They're the class of the field right now. Churchy back there is holding up that. I wouldn't say he's holding up that pack. Oh, look at Hammond. Hammond is dicing it up in that pack right now. Hammond's going to be really interesting to watch here. They're starting to see some more 3-wide action. You know, look for Hammond to go all the way through these guys.
John Hammond with the faster laps than everybody in front of him as Brian Rayburn fits in that 10th spot now as the drivers have tried to work around him. 6 trying to work the outside. Rayburn on the inside. 0-2 there as well. 6 trying to work the outside lane on the straightaway to see what driver's going to be able to hold on to it. Front straightaway very busy here as the 6 and the 0-2 go around the 74. Church able to hold on to some of those lap times. Right now, the 27 realizing what he's got as they work out of the back straight, out of 2 to get on the back straightaway. And Magner knowing what he's got here, and so does Caffrey. They have to start pushing to get himself caught back up because their lap time's not where they need to be as they run 7 seconds the difference between Church and Michael Strickland out front right now.
We see Hammond working on Rayburn here. Rayburn really held him up there. Gonna be some struggle for Hammond to get back to him, but we're 3 by 3 there. Oh wow, it's getting thick there off the 4.
Spicy gets around the 74. 74 on the bottom side to break the draft as now the 35 goes to work. Right behind Bobby G up 20. He's your biggest mover of the race. The 20 up 20 in 16th is playing catch up. Rayburn had a great strategy there. Nothing wrong with what his strategy was. And as the tires start to level off, it would have been a great time to get himself back into the mix. But one of the issues that you see with that is that you can't. If the drivers behind you are not running the laps they need to bring them back to you, you're literally holding them up with better tires. So you got to make sure you let the drivers work their issues out. And right now, 7.9 seconds the difference as Caffrey goes back to 5th, 27 in tow, 44 there in the bottom.
Not much what you can do there, but it's a very interesting racing cluster here. You see Churchy has worked his way back to 10th. He's been eating up here. He was in 5th there for quite a while. Caffrey, we've seen him up front for most of the race. He's the new leader of this group as he had to pass the 27 of Magner to get there. Oh, Churchy forcing the 2 up the track. It's getting dicey. The 5 slides high, has to let way out. The 0-2 going to try to make it happen underneath Churchy. Hammond's going to follow.
Battle for the lead heating up now as the 01 has gotten to the back bumper of the 88 once again and is applying pressure into the corners. But you got to look at where the dirty air is going to be. Strickland running a natural race line. The 01 trying to push a little bit harder as they get out of the corner. 3 and 4 busy. 01's going to try to rocket into that draft lane. 88 near the wall. 01 with a head of steam. Can he get the pass? He's going to try to make the pass here on the front straightaway.
Working on him just across the line here. He's going to get door to door here down into turn 1, and Stryker's going to let him go here. I don't see Stryker fighting too hard. He's going to fit right behind here, behind him after turn. No, he sticks with him. Can he stick with him? Through turn 2 here, he's going to have to run the outside lane.
Stryker's going to have a crossover here as the 01's going to be slower. The back straightaway, Stryker runs out of the throttle a little bit, and is going to be back on the back bumper again as the 01. The more the 01 changes his lane here, the more that Stryker's going to have to put it right back to him, as the 88's going to be right to the back bumper of the 01. Not going to apply the pressure on turn 2 up to the outstretch of that short wall, the short segment, as Cronover tries to go back to work. Now Nathan Biggert, who's been trying to save a little bit, is going to have the 88 on the toe.
Jason, don't look now, but that 77 is leading that group, and they are catching them quickly. If I'm bigger in that 01 and I'm the 88, I'm going, oh wait guys, we got to focus here. I need to help us help each other. Let's help each other. Let's push here. Let's try to get away from those guys back in 5th, because Caffrey is moving through.
Caffrey no longer in the save mode here. As we see a lot of the drivers, he's leaving the drivers behind him. 6.9 second difference here for the 77. These drivers came in on lap 27, took tires, took fuel, did what they needed to do. Down to break the draft is the 77. He is using his road course knowledge to be able to try to catch back up. Now, the Nathan Biggert does have Stryker all over the back bumper, so the draft section for these two is pretty heavy, and kind of maintaining that pace down the straightaway. I know Caffrey's like, we spent so long, Thompson off track here. We spent so long getting ourselves back into the race here. As Alex Thompson comes back to pit road, I think he's coming back in to get the truck worked on a little bit. He's got to go to work. And now Stryker, the more you run into this race line, the more you've got to realize that you gotta find what Nathan Biggert's doing wrong, and if he does anything wrong, that's the big push. So Strickland in second, but don't look now. John Hammond right behind the 5, right behind the 2, trying to work his way back forward.
Yeah, Hammond's kind of stalled off a little bit here back in that pack. Looks like he's trying to help Turchi out a little bit there, but I see him starting to work forward here again. You see him try to look to the inside of the 5. And if I'm that 88 right now, I am not attacking that 01. There's 30 laps left in this race, and you see that 77 just a cooking. All right, and I'm telling you, man, I'm not going to fight him. I'm going to say, hey, buddy, let's work something out here. I'm going to push you, all right, and then let's fight with 10 laps to go, all right?
I'm pushing. If I'm the leader, because of how this is, if I'm the leader, I'm trying to push as hard as I can. I want that clean air. I want that lead. And if I'm Stryker, I'm pushing to keep there. If I'm not keeping it, I'm trying to get around him because I want that clean air. And right now, they're nesting, and the more they nest, the more that the 77 of Caffrey has his own set of clean air and the long run draft, which is where he's going to be able to catch the most speed. The more distance between a vehicle, the more that you're going to be able to run out. 77 way up, using all of the racetrack, one of the fastest laps on the circuit. Finds himself right where he needs to be. John Hammond finally gets himself around Church. He's the other driver I'm keeping my eyes on, because when he can run, he's a half second faster than the leader.
Michael Caffrey looking dangerous. He's pulled away from his drafting buddies, though. Take a look at Connor Hazel, the next one in line behind him. He is just focusing here, like lap after lap. Let's tap these white lines. Focus on our lines here. There's a lot of laps left to go. Take a look behind him. Michael Newbrow. Oh, caution is out on the circuit. Jason Day involved. Looks like maybe a pit road entry problem.
Something
pit road entry problem, yes.
Something happened, and you got to remember, you're going from, well, let's just, here's a real quick look. I know they're slowing down a little bit, but as they come around, let's check out just one of these drivers that's coming around playing catch up here. 146, 147 right there. They're going faster than that. 161 here for Philip Caffrey catching back up. Devin Asuna is catching back up, but you're going from 180 plus miles an hour. There you go, 177 as they come around and catch up with the pace car for the leaders. You're going from that to 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, and you see him come on the pit road here. If you take a look at
brake. Oh, he locks up the brakes. It's sideways. It's sideways. And good on the drivers for the track awareness there. As Jason Day will come to pit road. He will have a black flag, I do believe.
Too fast entering, probably. Too fast entering.
Bad pit road entrance, bad pit road exit, I think, is what they're going to get. No knocking for. Insanity. All right, we're back at it. Long green flag run that time. That was good. It was interesting racing. We'll see what's going to happen now as the 01 to the 88 will lead everybody on pit road. Caffrey able to play catch up there. Had the longest great run truck out there, along with John Hammond. Both of the drivers putting some time in and putting some effort in to make that work. Jimmy 6 times giving us a big old subscription out there on the YouTube platform. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody out there for doing your due diligence by liking, following, and subscribing as well.
What are we looking like on the fuel situation here, Jason? We're going to have about 26, 25 laps to go here when we go back green. Oh, did I say that? No, I think. Is my math completely wrong? Oh, my math. Confirm my math for me there, Jason. Oh, yeah, it'll be 25, 26 laps to go when we go green here. What can we do on a fuel tank?
30 laps, I believe, is what we were hearing. So we'll have to look at it. They should be fine. They should be able to make it the entirety of the rest of the race. All the good stuff. Kaylee out there giving a let's go 74. Much love. Been sitting here cool with pits. Jimmy 6 times. Unaware of what you got going on there.
Good shout out for the Pope there in the 74. Hammond, last restart, he started in 17th. He's up to 11th. Now, that's going to be a great advantage to him because this field's going to be back clustered together. Everybody with new tires here. So it should be a nice, calm restart. No spin in the tires here. See him come out of pit lane. We got Nathan Biggert coming out first. Looks like Grijalva maybe came out second here. That is what the gap is telling me. Grijalva came out second. Crown over third. Where is Stryker? Stryker's being shown all the way in 14th right now. So we got Biggert, Grijalva, Crownover, and Caffrey back there in the second row on this restart. Hazel and Straight on the 6th. Then Newbrow and John Hammond has worked his way up to now 8th. Remember, the last restart started 17th. Now he's starting 8th on this restart here. Started at 37th, all right? So he's been slowly, he started technically out the outside row, got a penalty, but he's trending forward here for sure. Good old Bobby G is got the most positions gained so far, 21 positions. Don't count out Rich Holland. He's got 19 there. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to be going green this time. Hershey is now back in 11th as we see some stuff starting to shuffle up back there. Everybody getting side by side. We're getting ready and prepped. Grijalva's first time starting in the front row here for us on this restart. We'll have to see how he does on that outside lane. We've seen like the 55, he did very good on a few restarts, was able to get into the second position and get behind Biggert. Biggert gets a great jump here. The 55 is probably glad to be behind him, but it's all on the 99 on this restart here to work his way on this jump here, to work his way back behind the Owen and to not get trained by the 55 and maybe even the 44 of Hazel here as we're entering turn 3 to get restarted.
Jimmy 6 times. I timed you out there, man. Stop trolling and tooling, please. James, 6 times. 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 6 Yeah, please don't. This is a family-friendly affair. Come on now. This is for the families. This is for the people. These are for these drivers. So please don't.
Give me a little shout out here. Hey, Kirsten, good to see you. I know you texted me. Thank you for tuning in. Let's take a look here at Bigger. He's going to be restarting here. Let's see how big of the jump he gets. Hold your breath, boys and girls. Here we go. Back to green at Indy. The 99 of Grijalva does great on that restart. The 55 is able to stay inside him here. Who's going to win the battle off of turn 1? It's a push up the track for the 55. 55 got slightly loose there. It's going to be a pile here for third place. And the 01 is just gone already out of turn 2. And here comes the 77 of Michael Caffrey. Down over, trying to hold that outside line. Michael Caffrey still on his inside. Gonna dive it inside here. Oh, the 77 way loose in the middle of the corner. It's gonna give the advantage to Grijalva. Gonna get that position. They're gonna get single file now. Now he's side by side with the 02 of straight. 77 falling back. It's like getting stuck in the middle lane at Talladega. Might have a spot here behind Hazel here, but you've got to... Oh, the 77 gets spun. He's in the wall in turn 1, going backwards. Michael Caffrey looks like he tried to fit into his spot there, just like I said. He couldn't quite fit it in there, possibly. Let's take a look here. Definitely some net code there. Let me make sure my Discord is all working fine. Okie dokie. Yeah, the 77, definite net code here between the 77, and I'll get the other number for you. I believe it was the 44 of Hazel. All right, and you see this, and it's definite net code. Let me see if I can get a better angle at it. I know I'm not live with you guys. Oh, you can even see it. When you guys go take a look at this, you're going to go, oh, my net code. Poor old Michael Caffrey gets taken out by the net code there. And he was falling back really hard there. It's like getting stuck in the middle lane at Daytona, just like I said there. He got stuck on the inside. He wobbled in one of those turns just a little bit, and that cost him so many positions. Michael Caffrey, he was in third. He is now in 24th position after sliding into turn 1 backwards. So that track racer machine having some problems there.
All right, folks. Let me touch on a few things here real quick. First and foremost, we don't appreciate trolls. We don't appreciate people out there who are trying to get clout and trying to do whatever they do for clout. We are a family-friendly racing broadcast company, i.e. we try to do what we can. I will just as quickly disable chat as anything else because, I mean, let's face it, we're here for the drivers, we're here for the sponsors, we're here for the leagues, and we're here for their families. None of us will ever sit here and we hold our language to be as politically correct as possible because, one, we don't talk about politics. We don't talk about we don't down or try to diss any of the drivers. We don't any league issues that anybody may have. That's not on us. We just call the races and we're paid to do so. Right? Signature Esports is a platform for families and for everybody else. So that being said, if you're out there and you're trolling, or you're out there and you feel like you need to do those things, then please, by all means, see yourself out of the chat. You don't have to be here. I know that this gives you a rise and gives you a reaction, but I would rather not have your subscription. I would rather not have the like. I would rather not have the follow if that is your goal in life to do that. As much as it's just all that is just another reaction. It's more chat, it's more integration. It actually helps our channel more whenever you do things like that. But I don't want you there for these families and for these kids that are watching and for all the people that are out here doing what they do best. So that being said, if you have that going on, see yourself out of the chat and see yourself going somewhere else. There's other people out there that deserve your kind of treatment. There's a lot of people on Kick and Twitch that I'm sure that are going to be the ones that need to do with that. I don't tolerate it, and these families don't deserve it. So shame on you and shame on that. I would never say any word on this one that the same word that Kyle Larson got in trouble and somebody put in our chat. I would never do that, regardless of any situation. So by all means, if you feel the need to do that stuff, go somewhere else. I'm not kidding you. Go somewhere else. And if you belong to any one of these leagues that we've ever called, and you're out there and you're doing that, please let me know who you are. Send me a DM in Discord. By all means, let me know who you are. We will have a nice discussion with iRacing, and we will have a nice discussion with the platform that you care for. Please tell me who you are then, if you're a part of that. Anyhow, lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go back to green flag racing here. See yourself out of the chat. If these families don't deserve you.
Well, Jason, I got to break in. We're going to be good to the end of the race here. We're going to be coming to... Oh, my thing's in the way. How many laps are we coming to go here, Jason? There's something in the way of mine.
We are 22. We'll be 21 laps to go, 22 laps to go this next time by. And that'll be brought to you by AdminBox. Go to adminbox with 2x's.com. Use promo code CHOP10 or CHOPSHOP10. Save yourself 10% on a pretty phenomenal product that they have over there. SpeedyTrophies.com is the sponsor of the Chop Shop Racing Truck Series. Yeah.
Take a look here. You look at the 02 and the 01. They're giving they're waving back and forth here. They're trying to clean out these tires, get some heat in them. When you're going into turn 1 and turn 2, as fast as you are here, you saw what happened with the 77. He got slightly loose in the corner. All right. Well, it has to do with cold tires. All right. We just had barely gone green on cold tires. You know what they're doing there? They're going, okay, we're scrape these tires up. Let's get them warm. That way we're ready to go into turn 1, you know? When I used to go push shopping carts at the old ranch store, I'd go and I'd sit there and swerve them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because it looked cool, you know? Well, it's not just looks, folks. It actually helps the tires, keeps them warm, and actually cleans them off a little bit as the pace car peels off here. Let's keep eyes on Nathan Biggert. These two have been up front before. Grijalva, first time behind the 01 pushing here. Let's get going green here. Good jump for the 01. Not so great for Grijalva. The 55 is going to probably win this battle into turn 1. The eyes were focused on second here last time. Once again, it is, and the 55 is going to beat the battle off of turn 1. The 75 of Hammond still going to keep fighting there on the inside. Hammond working on that 44. They're going to slot in line here. The 44 with a run on the 02. Is he going to dive on him into turn 3? It looks like he's hinting at it. He's poking his face down there. I don't think he wants to commit to it. Maybe working on a run here to come off of turn 4. He is right on the bumper of the 02.
All right, now that life has calmed down, I have changed all of the chat modes to either behind Twitch is behind a paywall, folks, and Facebook is behind a paywall as well. So if you want to be the way that you want to be, then you're going to pay for it. Nathan Biggert out front, 55 in second. Little group break here with Grijalva, Wesley Strick, Connor Hazel. John Hammond not done. How about the 88 to the inside?
Grijalva got a little bit loose in the corner there. I love this three-person battle here for third. Grijalva seemed to be falling back there for a minute, and the 02 keeps attacking here. Is the 02 going to make the move here? It's Grijalva goes kind of wide in the corner. Looks like he's kind of protecting his runs in and out of the corners here. Grijalva looking great in that 99 truck. Here comes the O2. The O2 just keeps saying, comes down, says, hey, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Don't forget about me, as we see the 6 car behind him working with, trying to work on the 75 of Hammond. He's gotten by him. The 6 got loose off the corner, getting Hammond trying to make a battle here into turn 1. Hammond gets the run here, and there goes the 35. Looks like we switched from the Tabasco truck there. Oh, the 75, I like that Tabasco truck, but 75 gonna try to make some ground forward here. You can kind of see the 6 and the 75 lines are very different here. Here comes Stryker to work on the 35 as well. Let's take a look there. Stryker, he's gonna get him in turns 3 and 4 here. He's gonna get back behind his buddy. Oh no, he's gonna take the 75 too. Michael Strickland working on him here to turn 3. He's gonna side by side with his partner there in the 75, and the run's gonna go to the 75 off of 4 here. Who is Holland gonna go with? He goes with Stryker. Sorry, pardon, goes with Hammond here. And Hammond has cleared him, but is Stryker going to keep trying to dive it? Yes, he is. Down into turn 1, side by side once again. These two are just having a ball here on the racetrack. Some very clean, fair racing here. Neither is going to give each other a hard time, put each other in a bad position, and it's making them run side by side, and it's starting to back up this field from 7th back. You can see ahead of them, there's a decent gap between that 6, pardon, and the 44 of Hazel.
Fastest lap of the race ran just last lap. Nathan Bigger, Anthony Crownover in 2nd, Grijalva in 3rd. John Hammond and Michael Strickland trying to work on what they have here. And,
Riker had a...
They've got a big difference in what they've got. Wall tapping for some drivers back here. 27 of Matt Wagner digging out of the corner. These 3 drivers get themselves in the line. Robert Church on 14, biggest move of the race. Right now, Rich Holland and Bob Garoppolo trying to time it.
Riker had a huge moment there, and that's what lost him in position with Hammond. He got really loose in turn 4. And that's why you heard me go, oh man, I thought he was going to lose it. But the skill inside of that cockpit from Stryker, man, that beautiful TRX Alpine scheme. Alpine Racing TRX, pardon me.
88.75, trying to play catch-up to Newbrow's in 6th. Connor Hazel, who's going to be up in 5th right here, trying to put some moves on. Wesley Strait and Joseph Grijalva, top 3 for the night for that driver. 1 of Nathan Biggert rolls in that lead again. He and Anthony Crownover, 1-2. Crownover not really pushing near what he did. Oh, man, Dove back here. A little smack on the inside as the 2 there as well. Almost 3 wide as now these drivers go 2 by 2. 2 to the inside. Dove.
Oh, Dove, hold on to it, Dove.
Slide around on the 25, 27.
Brad Dove. Now, he's a good story here. Here goes the one underneath him. He is sliding back hard. But Dove does not usually run in this truck series. That's why you see the different banner on there. That is an old banner on Dove's car there. But he doesn't usually run this series. He got convinced to race tonight. And so he's doing pretty good considering he doesn't usually race trucks that often.
Brad Dove took a break. The Dove Farms LLC pickup. We took a break from sim racing for a little bit. Life gets a hold of us sometimes, and that's pretty much the way you see it. How about Greg Whitehill back on the lead lap? The 3 truck working on getting more out of his truck. Anthony Shook back up a few spots as well. He was racked up very early. That number 7 truck completing his 59th, 60th lap is 3 laps down. There's 17 laps down. Jason Day out of the race. Only a handful of drivers have decided to retire from the race. But if you don't count out what's happening behind him, Grijalva moving forward. I wanted to check in on the 77 of Michael Caffrey, who had to beat feet back around here. Caffrey was running up there inside the top 5, and one of the drivers got free a little while ago, and we're seeing him, he dropped back quite a few spots. We're going to see if he's going to be able to make his moves going forward. He has 15 laps to go.
Yeah, this entire time we're looking at other battles. The battle between Grijalva and Strait has been intense this entire time. Grijalva has been defending for the O2, but it looks like the O2 might get the inside here into turn 1. can straight complete the pass on Grijalva. Grijalva going high to get the run on the exit. He gets the run and holds off straight for another lap. These two are battling like none other here, guys. They are quite an exciting battle there, and they're just having a ball in the cockpit. That's what we're all here to do. These two, they're doing what they love to do, guys. You know, it might be frustrating in the cockpit, but after you're done, you're like, oh, man, the adrenaline of this battle, man.
Great race so far. Quarter-second lead. Nathan Biggert has led the most laps, and we'll catch the amount after the race because it's not accurately updating for me, folks. 01:55.99 your top 3. 02:44 is going to be your top 5. Newbrow and Strickland, Hammond, Holland, Church your top 10.
The 99 keeps dipping down to split that draft up. I know I'm focusing on them a lot, but they are quite a battle here. The 02 might look on him again here low. They're just taking some different lines. You see the 80-99 is really protecting that position by going wide into the corner there. It gives him a good run.
In that case, he didn't really have a choice. The 02's nose being there sets up that corner. With the straightaways in the 02 trying to get that, 99's going to try to break the draft here. But we're seeing how the corner gets set up. The more he breaks the drafts, the more that long. And you see right there, the 02 is able to get back to the back bumper very quickly, running a natural line. 99 diamonds the corner. 3 is not as good for the 99 as it is the 02.
You know, the 99 kind of reminds me of IndyCar qualifying. You know, you see them come onto the backstretch, and they dip all the way down to the inside wall, and then they dip back up. You're just like, oh, it's just kind of like IndyCars here in the Truck Series. You keep splitting that draft up.
Anthony Crown over 4/10 of a second off of the race lead now as Grijalva and Wesley Strait dictate their own pace, but here comes Michael Newbrow and Michael Strickland. John Hammond back inside the top 10. Again, qualified second, went to the back for a penalty. Sam Benson, Ryan Wendt going after each other right now. That's a whole different battle. They're battling for position. 40 and the 38 tagging each other here just a little bit. There's the 11 behind them all. As we see, these drivers are literally lap down vehicles battling. I think they're 7 laps down if I'm not mistaken, and they're battling their own race right now, and that is a position. 38 taps the wall, 11 to the inside of the 40 as Ryan Wendt tries to work on his own pace. Porter's going to be right there as well.
Yeah, Ryan Wendt and Porter, they're battling for their own positions out there on the racetrack. Very interesting here. Can the 11 get back to him? But man, we're battling all over the place for sure.
Little battles everywhere. Malcolm down 4, Shook down 5, Thompson down 6. 3 drivers right now down 7. And your lucky dog would be, I believe Joe Thompson. I'm sorry. Yeah, Joe Thompson would be your lucky dog if that were the case. Joe Thompson sits off the lead lap. Actually, take that back. Anthony Shook would be your lucky dog. He is the first driver off the lead lap. Hang on, man.
Yeah.
All right, Nathan Biggert extended his lead 2.5 seconds, and right now the 02 and the 99 still duking it out as the 99 goes low. And I tell you what, the 02 might have the outside here.
He might, man. These two, man, I gotta give them. I know if they don't finish in the top 3, I'm gonna shoot them a text after they say, guys, that was awesome. These guys are putting the show on for us right now for sure. Nobody's taking any pass or anything. Oh, the 44 of Hazel gets into the wall decently hard there off of turn 1.
Right, rear damage can do a lot on these race courses. Right now, you see him trying to break the draft. You see the 6 following suit, 88 up in that race line as well. Battle for 7th between Michael Strickland and Michael Newbrow. One of the big scenarios here, 10 laps to go. Admin Box giving you all the action. SpeedyTrophies.com is the title sponsor for the series. Again, go to www.speedytrophies.com. Check them out. Make sure that you give them some love. Follow them on all their social media platforms. Stryker gets around the 6, and now they try to track down the drivers in front of him. 88 pulling the 6 with him as the 2 Mikes say, what day is it? Well, it's Tuesday. Not quite
Hazel regained his composure. He's now chasing on the 02 as cautions out on the racetrack. It's going to get spicy here for the end now. As we see, we only have about 8 laps to go here. We're going to go to green with about 6 laps to go. And that's going to spell chaos for this field.
Oh, the younger Caffrey turned the other Caffrey. No. The Caffrey drama. It's not drama.
Brothers?
I think they're brothers or cousins, one of the two. Mike would.
I'd wreck my brother too.
Mike, well, it wouldn't. I think it's a little bit of net code, but Mike went to the inside of the 61. So 77 inside the 61. They had the 1 there. Check up for the 61. The 61 just wiggles down a little bit there and just collects the 77. An unfortunate. Great job by Bobby G and Brian Rayburn for missing that. As we'll see. And right now, Brandon Banks, I do believe, is the guy. Going to be the guy coming around. Is going to be back on the lead lap here. Brandon Banks now with an opportunity to battle for position. 6 laps may not be a lot, but it is enough.
Now, who has got tires inside the pits, and do you take them?
Well, I do. I hand out the window. I'm going.
You got to keep in mind, it takes a couple of laps for these tires to really get in, but these worn tires obviously are worse than brand new tires. If you're the 01, you're screwed if you do. You're screwed if you don't. Maybe 2 tires?
No, I think Nathan Bigger, if he comes in and takes tires, he takes a full set, controls the restart, and just has a good race. Anthony Crownover would be there as well. All these drivers will have an opportunity, but also an opportunity for another caution as they go. Chop Shop Racing digs out of the corner, and we will have ourselves
the 43 hit in the wall. Coming onto pit road, someone hit the bumper of the 43, and he spun into the wall. Sorry for interrupting you there, sir.
No, you're good. You're good. I didn't see it. Let's go see it. 43 was on the access road here. And he was drifting out to stay out and came across the nose of 27. You know, Brock was something going on there. He had to jump to pit road. I wonder if he had his tires were turned to the left pretty hard. But I wonder if he had a malfunction. That's the reason why he was on the service road. And then just couldn't, I don't know if he could see or what happened there, but things like that do happen.
Yeah. Yeah, he just couldn't see and wasn't paying attention to that Hooters truck on his outside there.
Oy vey. iRacing is iRacing.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anthony Crownover. He does take 2 tires.
It's a gamble.
Takes 2 tires. Michael Strickland takes 2 tires. Nathan Biggert will restart on the outside for the first time. John Hammond took I don't know if he took 2 tires as well. Rohalva with a full set. Church with a full set. Wesley Strait with a full set. Stephen Hine, Matt Magner, all with full sets. Michael B. Brown with a full set as well. And Brandon Banks, chance to come to pit road. He's going to take a set. I'd take a set if I were him. If he's got a little bit of time to get a little bit of damage taken care of as well. But he is going to start at the tail end of the field.
So the top 3 are going to be taking 2 tires. Everybody behind them looks like they took 4.
Except for Hammond.
Except for old Hammond. Yep, I see that. Hammond back there in 5th. So it's going to be Nathan Biggert, the first guy on tires. He's on the outside lane.
He's going to have a passing lane if they get checked up here.
Yes.
And 2 tires can mean the inside line would stick. Now, it depends on the tires that they took. Did they take left side tires or not right side tires? Yeah, we'll see. I think right side tires would be the common practice here.
If you take a look at this, you know, the 01's in a great position here. Because you look at that 88, he took 2 tires. The 75 also took 2 tires. Okay, so you have to go all the way back to the 5 in that inside lane to where you've got a car with 4 tires on him. So he's got 2 full rows before he's got 4 tires behind him. So he's in a good position here with his 4 tires for sure, because he's got plenty of room around him. The guy behind him does have 4, but he's got to keep an eye on. That would be Grijalva, I believe. Yes, that'd be Grijalva. He's got to keep an eye on Grijalva here. That's the guy I would be watching to go and attack bigger here. We're going to be going to green with 5 laps to go.
Brown over Hazel, Strickland, and Bigger. It's going to be your top 2. Thompson, thank you for the like. So much love. I thought you already liked it. No, that was yesterday. That was yesterday. Thank you, sir.
Caffrey getting the EOL there. The lights are off on the pace car. We're going to watch him take the sharp left turn. And this should be the last restart, knowing these guys. They're real clean.
But that could not be more untrue, too, because there's a possibility. Thank you for the share, sir. A caution comes out, and that benefits the 2-tire strat.
Yes, it does. 55 gets a great jump there. That's his first time commanding the restart. Did a great job holding on there. 44 of Hazel's going to work his way. Here comes the 0-1. He's like, no, it's not happening. The 0-1 says, I'm coming in there. And he's going to try to chase down that 55 here. Is he going to clear the 44? He does. It's all him and the 99 at Grijalva. He's got to keep an eye on Grijalva here, but also attack on that 55. Grijalva clears the 44. All eyes forward in the 0-1 cockpit here. The 99 not close enough right now. He's going to try to chase him down. He's going to try to split the draft. Days of the 8500.
These trucks working on everything that matters here. 2 tires can work, but 2-tire strats. Normally the tire strat for the end with maybe a green, white, checkered, because right now here comes the other one. 55 about to be under fire. Oh, they're wrecking. They're wrecking. Caution should come out. That's going to be it. That'll be a green, white, checkered attempt coming up. As right now, the 55 is, he's going to be looking to try to hold on for a couple of more laps. Brad Dove, Rich Holland, all involved.
This caution changes everything. Because you look at who's behind the 55 on the restart, that's the 99 at Grijalva. The 01 and the 99 are going to be fighting hard to turn 1. Huge advantage to the 55 here. Those two are not going to give up on 4 tires.
So Brad Dove has a little dirty air, crosses him over. They're out of turn 1. 35 has the high side here. 25 drops into the corner. 35 runs the second lane. 25 drifts up just a little bit there, and just enough to get into the left front quarter panel of the 35. So that will put Brad Dove on pit road, as we will have the green-white checkered attempt coming up. 1 of 1, I do believe. Man, oh man.
This is going to get pretty exciting here, man. Got the 0-2 of Stray. He's had some good battling. We got Strickland. He's going to be the... Oh, what just happened there? Did you see that? Excuse me?
No, I don't know. Tell me. What happened?
I think Hammond just died.
He's there.
I'm going to rewind this a little bit. I just saw somebody just...
Oh, yeah.
It was Hammond.
John went off the track?
Yes, he did. It was Hammond. I just watched him disappear from my camera view.
Oh, he went down to the bottom. I think he had an issue. Yes, he had to have had an issue. He had to have. I wonder if he had a wheel issue. He's got a brand new PC, and he's working through all the new stuff that's been going on. Yeah, that.
Oh, he hit the wall.
There's
contact for the wall there.
He hit the inside wall. And he's going to have some damage.
You know, Jason, I'm really surprised by the things I catch sometimes, because a lot of people would have just saw that white, bright yellow flash and would have went, I didn't see anything, you know?
I saw it.
Just like, what was it?
I saw it. It's the trading. I like what'd you see kind of moment right there, which is cool. Hamilton come to pit road, and we'll have to. His left front is down, and that's part of what I see here, and I mean it's down. Like he's dragging his front left splitter on the front part of that truck. Let me take a look here. Let me just back up through the truck here, and we'll show you what I'm talking about. There, folks. He's going to be working on trying to get that fixed, but you see that right there, his driver's side front was dragging the splitter, so he got a little bit of it replaced and a little bit of it fixed. But right there, that's what you see from the inside wall contact. So that splitter is dragging the ground, man. All good.
On the pace car to cross the line this time by, man. But up front, we got Crown over. Bigger. Grijalva now on the inside lane behind him. Now, if I want to be anywhere in this situation, I really want to be Grijalva, man. We've seen him battle all night, but I think Grijalva's in one of the best positions right now. The only better position you could be in is Crown overs. I do not like where Biggert's at right now. I hope he defies odds.
Oh, no.
I really do.
Crownover's in the worst spot. Remember, he took right sides.
That is true.
Biggert's in the right spot here. Grijalva can try to push on the inside, and Grijalva is in a good spot here to get the jump with the 55. If he can time the 55 here, he'll be good. The 02 of Wesley Straight on the same concept. Brooklyn, Connor, Hazel, both of the drivers on right side on the tires, so he's gonna. If the one thing that Anthony Crownover needs here, and if I'm not mistaken, it's only one green checkered attempt, then you'll see Anthony Crownover with an opportunity to win this one. If another caution were to come out.
I understand what you're saying there with Biggert there, and the 55. You gotta mind, like you said, he is on old tires there, so on the restart. If he gets a good jump, advantage to the 99. On those old tires, if he spins the tires at all, you better look out for that 01.
Anything can happen. We got a whole slew of different strategies.
Take our breather breaks, get your water break in. It's about to be some excitement, guys. Forget the popcorn in the microwave. It's time to focus.
Mr. Dove, thank you for the like, man. I appreciate you. Been a good race going there for you, man. Just a little bit of a wiggle. A dang old wiggle goes the wrong dang old way.
It's good to see you tonight, Dove. I hope you join us next week as well, man. Pace cars off.
Thanking everybody out there. If you haven't done so, reach up at that like button for me. It goes a long way to support the stream. And I see all of you out there. Thank you so much.
Oh, it was not the 55 with the bad jump. It was the 99. He got loose on the get to go there. The 01 didn't get a great jump either. The whole front lane there, I just didn't go like I expected him to. The 01's going to get by Grijalva easily here, and the 02 and the 99 are going to fight it out. The 02 looks like he's going to clear him. Grijalva's going to grab behind him, but we've got to keep eyes on the battle for the lead here. The 55 splitting the draft down the backstretch. The 01 going to stay in line here, stick with the racing line. Where does the 55 end up? The 01 right on the bumper, down into turn 3. The 55's going to slide up the track a little bit off the corner possibly. No, he's got good grip in those two tires. Great grip. The 01 is going to try to hunt him down here. He's able to get to the inside a little bit better than the 55 is. Coming off the corner. It's just up here for the start here. The 55 trying to get into a defensive position. Can the 01 go lower though? No, he's going to go high. He's going to go low.
White flag waves, final lap. Crownover coming around, trying to defend the lead for the 01. 01 will have the drift to the inside. Side-by-side battle attitude. Long 3's going to work to the advantage of the 55. The 01's going to be there. 02 to the outside as well. 02 breaks the draft. Crown Over still leads up on the high side. Straight try to push the 01. And this is a bad situation into 3. 55 ready to send. 01 trying to clear. 55 there. Out of the back straightaway. Crown Over. Biggert. The 02 in the wrong spot. As Anthony Crownover onto the straightaway, trying to draft and drag race side by side to the line. Anthony Crownover, Nathan Biggert. Biggert by a touch. By a touch.
Oh. Biggert. Wow, man.
The side draft works for one of the closest finishes at Indianapolis that you're going to see, as Nathan Biggert and Anthony Crownover. Crownover had the best run there, just could not edge it out, could not draft it. Needed the wall slows you down a little bit there, and just ran a little too close to the wall as Nathan Biggert takes the advantage and knocks it out of the park. It's going to be the victory here.
And he won by a hair of a bumper, man. Wow.
Crownover up next to that wall. We'll see it right there, folks. The wall in iRacing is literally a draft mechanic that needs to be, it pulls the air off of the trucks here. It pulls the air off a lot of the vehicles, but you'll see it right here. They come down. 01 doing a great job. Try to pull the air off. Had a nose advantage. But remember, 2/3 of the way around this, down this straightaway is where the start-finish line is here. And as they continue to push, the 55 just off of the wall, just tries to come down to side draft just a touch. And that is going to be your advantage right there as the Brickyard comes to a close. Holy cow.
Wow. That's all you can say is wow there.
Yeah, let's quarter speed this. This is right about here. Yeah. I mean, just a frame more and that's where you get it there, folks. But yeah, there's the Pythons up there, biggest Pythons in all of iRacing, giving you a close finish. 0155 and the 02. Your race results.
Race results. I need to pull back up the timing sheet. There we go. Nathan Biggert gonna bring it home, number 1. Anthony Crownover second. Wesley Straight bringing it home third. Grijalva's had some great battles here, but he brings it home fourth. Do not be ashamed of that fourth position. You had a great battle, man. Connor Hazel bringing it home fifth. Got Matt Magners bringing it home sixth. Michael Strickland seventh. Michael Newbrow eighth. Robert Church bringing it home ninth. Donnell Williams 10th. Good old Mark bringing it home 11th. Hard Tongue bringing it home 12th. Jerry Colvar bringing it home 13th. Michael Coulter Jr. bringing it home 14th. The Pope coming home 15th there. He had a great run there, but not quite enough for the 74. We got Devin
DeSuna.
Devin DeSuna bringing it home 16th. We got good old Bobby G bringing it home 17th. We got Mr. Holland 18th. Philip Caffrey, the brother, coming home 19th. Brandon Banks 20th. That'll bring Stephen Hine 21st. John Hammond having a really bad few restarts there at the very end, coming home 22nd. Greg Whitehead, I believe Greg Whitehead's the first person a lap down, if I am not mistaken. Then it comes Hayden Malcolm 24th, Michael Caffrey 25th, Anthony Shook 27th, Anthony Shook 26th, Joe Thomas 27th, Ryan Wentz 28th, Brandon Porter 29th, Brad Dove 30th, Sam Beeson taking up 31st. Not a great run for him. He's had some great last few weeks, but Indy was not his track tonight. Chris Roberge bringing it home 32nd. Dave Stinson, 33rd. Alex Thomas was in a lot of wrecks today. Not of his fault, I don't think, most of them. The 34. Jason Day, 35th. Krober, the 8. He's looking for Auto Club. Oh wait, no, that was the 6 looking for Auto Club. No, that was the 8 looking for Auto Club. He's looking for Auto Club to win, but tonight at Indy was not his chance to do it. And Joshua Brock bringing it home 37th. Jason?
Oh, week 9 underway or done with now. So that's the way it is. Let's talk to your race winner. Nathan Biggart's going to be the guy by 4/1000th of a second. What a finish there! You and Anthony had a run for the ages. He did a great job defending, but so did you. So tell me about this one.
And that was the craziest finish for sure. But let's back up. Yeah, a good race. You know, it's Indy, huge field, a lot of trucks out there, so we knew there was going to be some issues, some crashing. No, we didn't really get a big long run, but it's a pretty quick race. You know, 80 laps. So I think for the most part it was a good race. I think everyone up front anyway, where I was given a lot of room, being really respectful, a lot of hard fun racing. I'm not sure about the back. You know, I think I was lucky enough to be able to qualify up front and stay up front all race. So, but good race for me.
We had
I was
cautions from
I didn't
6
want to
back.
see that. Yeah,
So-
I didn't want to see that caution at the last caution because I had a nice lead and I was pulling away on that nice long run there at the end. There was 10 laps to go, but I pretty much figured that it was probably going to happen. So I had my mindset. I had saved the set of tires. So my decision was just take all 4, and definitely lost a few spots to guys taking 2. But I was hoping, you know, it wasn't just a green white checkered. We had 4 or 5 laps, I think. So I thought, you know, my 4 tires would definitely help me in that situation, and I should be able to drive through as long as you know, they weren't too wide, because I'm not one to put it 3 wide. So it worked out great. But man, what a battle. What a finish, man. This is the closest finish I've ever had on iRacing. That's for sure, man. I honestly, when I was in the car, I thought Anthony got it. And it weren't until we got into turn 1 where the relatives switched and they told me that I won it. And I couldn't believe it. Watching the replay, so close. What a finish.
4/1000. And if the start finish line is halfway, he wins it. Start finish line 2/3 the way down this big long straightaway.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the side draft a little bit off of him slowed him down, and I was able to
the wall
come
slowed him
back
down too. Yeah.
Yeah. I was very surprised when Wesley gave me a push down into 3, and I never like really slowed down as much as I had all race, and I drove it into 3 as hard as I could. And when we came out of 3 and Anthony was still on my, you know, outside, I was amazed. Like, he did a great job at the end with just those 2 tires, man. There was definitely grip on the outside. I noticed that about halfway through the race. I started running up there. You know, it was the truck felt better. You know, it wasn't too loose and tight. It just had more grip up there. So congrats to him on P2. I know it sucks to lose by just that little bit, but I'll say that he held it better than I thought he was going to, and that was a lot closer finish than I thought it was going to be.
Now, we've watched Anthony Crownover drive everything from He's the one, and I tote this every time. Anthony Crownover drove in the very first race I ever broadcasted and has continued to come back. And I've watched him drive, and he may get into a couple of things here and there, but as far as if people ask me who I would say is the best driver on iRacing consistently through everything that I've watched besides the Coca-Cola series, Anthony Crownover is one of the best drivers that I've ever seen on this simulator, and continues to go out and battle with leagues all the time. So I know that you guys are touting, and you guys are, and Nate, you're a hell of a driver, but I've seen Anthony win in everything. So that's
absolutely. So he's a great driver. I ain't doubting it.
When he was putting it there on the outside, I was like, this is going to be close. Because I thought your new tires early on were going to, you know, it was going to eat the corner very easily. And then, you know, with this dynamic track change and everything that's happening, if he stays off the wall more, I think he wins this race, just because the wall does it does pull a lot of air off the right side of the vehicle. So that's, but that's just knowledge that we're seeing now starting to actually come into play for iRacing. So now that's like when you guys break the draft and you carry down into the corner. running in the cleanest, more open air puts the most downforce on the truck, and it's exactly what transpires, being able to keep you guys going faster in a straight line. Even if it scrubs a little bit of tire, it actually benefits you more for speed in the long run as well, and helps the truck be stable for quarters. So a fantastic drive. You guys really killed it today, even with as many cautions we had early on. Once it got stable, you guys did a great job. Bryant, what you got for Nate?
Oh, Nate, man, you're kissing the bricks. You got the milk. You are the man tonight. You beat him by about. I don't know if you saw the pictures I posted in the truck chat and the general. You beat him by about 3 bricks. We can measure it by bricks because we can see him in the picture there. But man, that was close. Do you think 2 tires would have got it done for you? Or do you think the 4 tires of Grijalva, the next guy that was there, would have done the job?
Honestly, yeah. After seeing what I saw, 2 tires held up a lot better than I thought it would. That's for sure. Now, again, I think if we didn't get that other caution right there, we restarted with like 5 to go, and I think I had a lot more speed if we ran that hole out. But where we got another quick caution and then did a green-white checkered, the 4 tires just didn't have enough time to, heat up, have the extra grip, and take advantage. So if I would have known that ahead of time, I might have tried the 2 tire and probably could have got it done. Just having the lead and having the speed, but you just never know. And I'm like most races, we want them 4 tires and be on attack mode and just go as hard as we can at the end. It's just awesome.
Yeah, 2 tires goes a long way. Yep.
And is 2 tires something you do in practice? Do you go, so let's say you're doing the hour session before the race. Do you go, all right, let's try the car out on 2 tires after doing a run? You go, I don't think anybody really does that. And so the 55 running on a truck that he is not familiar with at all. Do you practice on 2 tires?
It's definitely a great thing to do, and especially at certain tracks. There's certain ones where it doesn't work because the left sides wear so bad that even putting new rights on, the truck's just not controllable and it just doesn't have the speed. But if you do a run in practice, and you can do 10, 20 laps and go check your tires, and if the left sides are still 90%, it's definitely a track that's worth thinking about that 2 tire strategy at the end, because if you still got 90% of grip left, there's still plenty there, and you can just throw them 2 on the right and have plenty of speed to get these quick, runs at the end finished over with and gain some positions.
Well, I hope those bricks taste good. All right.
Absolutely, man. It's awesome.
Big old. A big old. I think everybody. I don't know. I wouldn't want to. I know that people do it. I'd rather be like Tony Stewart back in the day, just climb the fence and call it good. That'd be my thing. All right, gentlemen, let's call this one a good one. Nate, congratulations again on the victory, man. Give your shout outs.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the league, Chop Shop. Great league to run with, man. I enjoy every time I get to have a battle with these guys. Huge shout out to Signature Esports doing the broadcast. You guys are number 1 out there for broadcasting and Iracing. It's awesome. Big shout out to all the other drivers tonight. Like I said earlier, just great racing up in the top 10, top 5, whatever. Everyone was really respectful, really, just having that nice hard racing, not hitting each other, leaving room, but just great racing, man. Shout out to Anthony for the P2. I know how he's feeling, man. It sucks to lose by just that little bit, man. But he did a great job, kept it clean, great racing. Shout out to Wes for P3. Very happy. He didn't, he helped me, just push me into turn 3 rather than putting us 3 wide, because he had to run down the backstretch and it could have been a bad situation. So like I said, a lot of respect between the drivers. Great racing tonight. Shout out to the sponsors, Speedy Trophies coming on board for this truck series. Huge shout out to them, guys. Appreciate you. All the fans watching, and shout out to my mom, number 1 fan. Love you.
That is Nathan Biggert. It's the victory. It knocks it out of the park. Let him have at it. All right, you got your P2 finisher here, Anthony Crownover.
Hey, Anthony, how you doing, my man?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
I know how you're feeling right now. And personally, I would rather finish fifth than second like that, man. Um, it's a heartbreak here at Indy. You almost got the milk. You could taste the bricks. What went wrong tonight on coming off of turn four?
To be honest, I don't think there's very many people that could have done that on 2 tires and stayed up there like I did against 4. Uh, Nothing I could have done better than that except come down and give him a little brush, maybe to slow his momentum down. But I just wanted to beat him straight up. Uh, not make too many enemies. I'm just an old guy on here just trying to have some fun. But that was an awesome finish. Definitely hurts to be 4/1000ths of a second away. But at least I can say I did that with 2 tires right there on the outside.
You got beat by 3 bricks. Like 3 little bricks. It's heartbreaking. But second at Indianapolis cannot be frowned upon, man. Second is quite the finishing position. You should really be proud of yourself, man. But go take a look at the schedule here, man. There's lots of races coming up here. If we take a look, we've got Kansas coming up. We got Auto Club. We got Milwaukee Mile. Which one are you circling and saying, hey, this is my race. I'm going to come back and prove it to everybody that, hey, I may have lost here, but I'm going to win this one.
Kansas.
Really, that's how I feel every week, unless you put me on a road course. I'm going to be contending for the lead every week. To be honest with you, if not, I'm not racing.
I was gonna say the next week, the next race. That's what.
The next race.
Wherever we're at
Call the
next.
champ.
Yep. Anthony, you sit third in the points, which we didn't show earlier, which we'll show right now, folks. Third in the points coming into this one, and you know me, I'm toting you. I've called you one of the best out there on the simulator because I've seen you win in everything. And this one, I don't think it stings. I thought it was phenomenal racing. I thought you did a great job. I think the wall trapped you a little bit. The inside side draft didn't. I think the wall on the straightaway is what broke your air a little bit. And you put up a fight. That was a heck of a fight. A 2-tire strat, which you knew, caution coming out 8 laps to go. You're going to have a 5-lap sprint. You know that everybody's going to get tires and anybody's on a different strat. There's the potential of a caution's very high, 70, 80%. And so you know that there's a chance there you're going to have a green-white checkered. And if you can defend for 1 or 2 laps and come back and defend for 1 or 2 laps one more time, that's the strat there.
Right. Yeah. I think it was a good call, a great call, because he had me right there by just a little bit, especially on the long run. And so I just knew that if I can get a short run and maybe just stay in front of him, it's so hard to pass here. I needed the finish line to be just, 3 inches, 3 inches shorter.
5, because technically you didn't have the lead until that 3. You need 5 inches there, and that's just that's kind of how it works. I mean, I don't know, Anthony's. I'm proud of you. I couldn't see a better ending to that race. It was exciting. It was all the drama folded into a whole bunch, and from the back to the front, there was great racing throughout, and you guys threw it off with a 4,000th of an inch close finish there. So P2 is nothing wrong with that. Again, sitting third in points is good. We're gonna see what happens between you and Stryker here, because you guys have a close battle going on between each other, and credit with some laps led here. That's some extra bonus points. There's lots of things here that are going to probably swing your way.
Yeah, definitely not upset about P2 at Indy, and sitting P3 in the points, even with missing the last race that we had. So still in P3 after missing a race, that's pretty good. So we'll keep on trucking here. And like you said, Jason, I am proud about that. I can't believe, I still cannot believe that I was able to even keep it that close with the 2 tires there and how loose I was on the outside lane in the marbles, because it wasn't many people running up there. So yeah, I'm super happy about that, and glad for the ones that stuck around through the cautions, able to watch a finish like we had right there. It doesn't happen too often. Just a good race all around.
Well, Anthony, man, I would be heartbroken, but good for you. You're happy about it. And hey, second place can't be thrown over, like I said. So it's good to be happy about it. But who are you shouting out? Who you thinking? You finished second in Indy.
Oh, shout out to the race team, Pro Rev Esports. Shout out to the Shop, and definitely, I am the #1 fan, #1 supporter to Jason and Signature Esports. And you're new coming on board. Welcome to the team, and looking forward to a good rest of the year.
Thank you, sir.
Anthony, I love you, buddy.
Love you too, man.
Go have some fun. Anthony Crown over P2 tonight, and is the legend. All right, last but not least, you get this guy.
Wesley, my man, you got a cappy.
It was a heck of a drive up there. I could tell you that from the way that race started. Did not feel like I was going to finish there. But pulled it off.
Weren't you sitting there battling with Grijalva for like ever?
Yeah,
Oh my god,
that was the most frustrating thing ever. I felt so much faster, and I kept trying to get a run, and I could not get the drive. Every time I got underneath, I was kind of hoping he'd leave the top for me, because I feel like I could have got by him on the outside. But that bottom is tough to. After you're driving that hard at the end of the race, you're wearing the tires out even more, and it was just hard. I had to let off a couple times a lot. I think I had to hit the brake once because I was sliding up so much that to stay off of him. But every time I lost ground, I kept getting right back to him, and that was getting frustrating. I was kind of glad he was pinched down the bottom and I got by him on the restart.
I gotta say, that battle, I was talking about it on the broadcast. We were highlighting it. You guys are battling for like 15. It had to be 15 minutes straight. It felt like, man, it was insane. You had to at least have some fun with Grijalva there, right?
It was fun, but it was annoying watching Nate
Yeah.
and Crown over driving away off in the sunset when I feel like I'm like, come on, I just want to get by him. I feel like I can kind of try to catch him, but I gave it everything. I don't know if I wanted the caution to come out at the end or I didn't. I was kind of nervous after the caution and the green-white checker because I didn't know how the two tires people were going to fare, but I still got back to fourth for that. Or actually, it wasn't a green-white checker the first time. But either way, I still got back to fourth with fresh tires. So then I was like, all right, I feel a little better.
Yeah,
So,
four tires definitely makes a difference. You beat Grijalva. Grijalva was the other guy on 4 tires. Grijalva finishes fourth there behind you. Grijalva and you had a ball, but coming into those last couple of cautions, sounds like your mind was everywhere, man. You're like, okay, where are these guys going to shake out on 2 tires? What was your main worry about the 2 tires, guys?
spinning the tires on the start or something, and kind of doing what Colby did on accident earlier in the race. His money shifted or didn't shift or missed a shift or something, and he feels bad about that. He told me to tell everybody sorry for that before I got in here. So we had a good race, a good finish out of it. I just wanted to keep my top 5 streak going.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling a little down about that halfway through the race, but I caught up in a couple that I was stuck behind. I had nowhere to go. But it worked out.
Top 3 at the Brickyard cannot be crowned over, man. I think a top 3 means you mastered the track in one way or another. So props there. You got anything for him, Jason?
Yeah, my biggest thing is that you were the only person I saw out there using the grass track, getting into 2 and getting into 1 and getting into 3, where you just tap the grass a little bit. It helps your truck turn early on.
Yeah, I was trying to. I actually, I don't know if other people were kind of tapping the brake. I kind of tapped the brake, or at least in the longer run when the tires are wearing. I was like braking a little bit. That way I can get a drive off, which is why I felt like I was faster coming off the corner. I just couldn't. Man, it was hard to pass.
That outside lane,
especially on the bottom.
I was going to say they did some work to of course, iRacing always ever improving. They did some work to the high line here to be able to make it have drive off, but I mean that's part of the part of the allure of this track when we watch Indy cars go around this thing, or the F1 cars or the open wheel cars go around this thing. They don't necessarily use the bottom of the racetrack late in the run. You're utilizing that mid-high lane to have a low line exit, kind of egg shaping every corner.
Yeah, yep. There was actually a time or two where Grijalva like almost chopped me off, and I'm like, you're lucky I'm a little generous because I feel like I almost turned him once. I had to really let off. He was like really pinching me down because in two,
Mhm.
because you can kind of get a little lower in two, which I like, and I feel like two was my best corner.
You think that you and Grijalva are going to be speaking this week? Maybe some text back and forth saying some good racing?
Yeah, most likely. He's never usually in the chats, right? I don't know.
He's
well,
Grijalva. Well, Grijalva's family's out there too, but Joe's a good sportsman, and he'll make you earn it, and that's the big thing. And just like you guys, you and Colby, you guys try to make people earn their spots as well, and that's the thing. Grijalva will race you hard, and he'll race you like a true racer. You know, you might touch, you might bang, you might feel like it, but if his spotter says he's clear, he's there. So. You know, those are the things that I see out of Grijalva that I actually do like. Some people call it aggressive driving, but you know, if your spotter still says you're clear and you're coming down, then you know he's utilizing the race line. But you guys did a great job. I found it entertaining to see just how much you could lean on the back bumper of these trucks, especially late in a run, whenever you were trying to get people fast enough to get in the corner, to get them high enough to get the pass off.
Yeah, I know it. I don't know if I touched any. I don't know if I touched him a couple times trying to stay off of him when I was underneath him coming off the corners. I know it was close a couple times. I know the biggest thing that got me in that position, I think, was I even kind of had a couple lap older tires because I pitted before the stage caution, the caution before that, before the big one on the front stretch. So I was able to come to. Well, that was a whole mess. I can go over that quick with you. Yeah. So, I pitted early, and because I had damage too, which I definitely had damage, and I could feel it on the front stretch because I got caught up behind the one wreck out of 4, and I had a minute and 40 of damage on that, and I was still gained 3 spots on that restart when I stayed out somehow around the outside. And then I pitted, fixed the damage, came back out, and then that wreck happened. I came to a complete stop and just sat there and waited for everybody. And then the whole confusion was happening with the pace car. I didn't know the pace car. It didn't say for me to pass the pace car until the last possible second because there were so many trucks still in front of me. I didn't even know the pace car was in front of me. So when we all pitted, we lost a lap.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, this is not cool. But then I was able to get the lucky dog on the next swings that passed all the trucks I needed. And then I felt better there. But then later on the second, or because I pitted earlier than everybody else on the stage, I drove from like 17th to 8th, even on a couple lap older tires, which helped me get in a position later on for when we pitted. And I was able to come out in the top 8 from there on. And I knew if I was up ahead of, like in the top 8 somewhere, I can have a chance at winning. And that's what happened. So luckily, I was able to get up to 8th. I was just caught up. I could not get by any. It was hard to pass. So hard to pass, especially on the bottom.
Yeah, that explains that situation we were talking about before when we went from 33 drivers on the lead lap to 20 or 18 drivers on the lead
18.
lap.
Yeah, it hurt. I came out 21st and I was able to gain 19th right away. And I was kind of trying to save tires and stay in lucky dog position at the same time before the stage caution. And I was like, oh, I'll let off. I think I'm good. And I looked in the relative, and it was for position. I was like, I can't. I gotta go again.
Gotta go again.
So it was a game in my head, but I can't believe I just pulled. I'm still happy I pulled that off because I did not feel like it from early on with all that happened, but still got a good season going here in trucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm struggling in dirt for some reason, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm looking forward to Sebring tomorrow for the GT with the GT3. So Looking
Well,
forward to some road racing for something different.
well, Wesley, I'll see you tomorrow in the GT3s. But first, who you calling out here? Who are you shouting out? You finished third. Give some credit out there.
Storm Racing, and Colby. Too bad he still managed the top 12 out of it, so that's pretty good for what he was stuck in as well. My family, Chop Shop, Speedy Trophies, all the sponsors that put this on, and everybody in Chop Shop. These fields for trucks are crazy huge every week, so it's really makes it top 3 feel like really really good. So, and my girlfriend who's wanting me to come downstairs. So, but I think that's probably it. Am I missing anybody? All sponsors. If I'm missing you, I'm sorry.
Well,
So
Wesley,
my head's going crazy. I can't think straight.
he's
Yeah, I
dizzy.
can't
The old oval got him dizzy here. That's a big oval to get dizzy at. But thank you, Wesley, man. A heck of a job tonight. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Yep. See you tomorrow at the. Look forward to Sebring. Have fun on the
Look
track.
forward to it.
Hey,
I'll be in the GTP.
Are you running Friday?
Yeah, most likely I'm gonna do it. I
Okay.
still gotta
Yeah, paint your car.
pay for the series. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think I'm gonna run it.
Good.
So
Good. I'll if I see you, I'll see you Friday.
if so, I've literally run every Chop Shop series this week.
It'll be awesome.
If that happens, so
It'll be awesome. We'll be talking to you in the winter circle soon again. I know it's happening. So
yeah, hopefully.
yeah, I like to hear it.
Hopefully.
All right, Wes. You're second gen OG. And we I've got
Oh, man.
that's how I'm calling it. I'm calling Crown over first gen OG, and you guys are second gen OG. So
Hmm.
and then everybody else is next gen OG.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
how
it
it-
works.
I guess
What works
I-
works.
I don't know. Now Wesley's been second or third year of what we've been doing here. He was in one of
Second, I think.
yeah. You were in
Yeah.
our first. You were in my first series that I ever
Yep.
had. Crownover was in that series too, but Crownover was in the first race I ever called. So like that's a different level of OG.
I've come a long way since then. Like I know,
yeah.
it's not necessarily all getting better. It's just I've always been very cautious and trying not to push myself and wreck anybody. I'm getting a lot more comfortable with people, and now I know I can push myself a little harder. And I know I've always been good enough that I could do this. Just I'm making more tougher moves now than I used to.
I will always tell you, and I tell everybody all the time, just drive the car, worry about your race. Everybody else is going to have their own. And,
Yep,
and you
pretty much.
and you're continuing to do that. So proud to see where you guys have come in your skill and your iRacing and just everything you guys have been doing. I mean, from the paints to the on track performance to the off track performance, you guys continue to do it. So those are the things as the old guy that got into the gaming industry late. Those are the things that make me proud of you guys to see, Nick Lights go and run in the truck series, to see, see Malik Ray, win our first ever tournament we ever held, and know that he's in the Coca-Cola series. Those are cool things. You know what I mean? So, and there's countless more. You guys getting out there and contending, people we know running the Contender series, people trying to get into the Pro series, or people getting into racing, outside of all of that. So, and I like to hear it. So I like to see what you guys are going to be doing. But, well, man, give you shout outs, or you gave you shout outs. Always a pleasure. And if I see you Friday,
I
it's
can.
gonna be good.
I thought of one more thing. I haven't plugged this in any of my interviews, but if you want to watch a nice onboard
There you go.
Pro Bowler 1989 YouTube channel, I streamed it. So like I do with every race I do. So
Plug your damn
I'm
channel.
so close. I'm less than 60 hours away from getting the first whatchamacallit,
You gonna
monetization.
get monetized?
The watching hours, I'm less than 60 left for the first month. Yeah.
Everybody needs to go watch all of his videos for a hot minute. I'm gonna put that on a playlist, and we're gonna have it streamed on the television. That'll help you.
Yeah, I got a lot of endurance. Obviously, all the endurance races are on there too, and
Yep.
all games. I play all kinds of games. So
Yep. Throw it in. I can't throw it in chat right now because I have chat all screwed up because of
all the Chop
controls.
Shop races, I usually like, especially if you're streaming it.
Mhm.
I put the broadcast link in the description as well. So
Well, then next time we'll have to put your link in the chat for an onboard view. Because today we had a troll. We had a couple of trolls in the chat. I don't know if they were trying to troll or if they were meaning to troll, but very open-ended comments that kept coming across, and then some not so good things being said. So we're gonna be we're probably gonna put chat behind a paywall for a little bit, which I hate doing, and everybody knows that I hate doing that. I like chat being able to be open for families to talk and to comment and enjoy themselves because the engagement's there. But I know that some people don't like it. So, and some people want to get out there and be that way, and shame on them for being that way.
Also, real quick, I'm coming up. I'll be very soon doing the Chop Shop podcast. So.
Oh yeah. We talk
waiting
about
on my flag.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot. So I will be watching those. I watched them all. So
I haven't seen the last one yet, but yeah, I've watched the first 4 or 5 with yours too, and I'm waiting for. I ordered a flag, so I'm waiting for that, and I'm gonna hang it up behind me before I tell them I'm ready. So.
Right on. Love to hear it, man. All right, Wes. I'm gonna let Brian end this one so that way he can get the practice in here since he's
end the interview.
And then you're gonna end the whole thing.
The whole stream. Oh man, I gotta remember everybody to shout out now.
No,
okay,
that's part of the game.
Leslie,
be good. See you, buddy.
Be good, my man. It was fun. Well, everybody, this has been Signature Esports. We had a ball at Indy, Jason. Lots of great battles. It came down to a difference of a couple of bricks at the Brickyard. Nathan Brigger was the class of the field today, and he barely inched it out over Anthony Crownover. What did you think about that, Jason?
I had a feeling that Nathan was going to be able to make the pass, but of course I'm going to root for Crownover to win. He wears my logo, and he's just good people, and Nathan is a phenomenal driver as well. Let's not take anything away from the race. One thing I do want to give a big clarification on real quick: Jerry Culver is your biggest mover of the race. He was up 20 spots, and Bobby G was up 19, so very close battle there. A lot of big movers, a lot of cautions, things like that do happen. It is the way the race goes. It is the way the things have to happen. And that's part of the allure of this kind of track, because in any kind of racing and iRacing, anything can happen. Talent sometimes outshines, will and determination sometimes outshines talent, and today will and determination finished second.
Well, it's been quite a night, but it is time to end the show, guys. We want to thank everybody out there. Let's thank Speedy Trophies. You got to get a trophy. Go to speedytrophies.com. It was fun here at Indy. Got to thank Chop Shop, Signature Esports. Got to thank Noma TV on YouTube. Beef Jerky Unlimited for all the driver cams, Dark Horizon Fishing, Chop Shop Racing, NordVPN. Let's make sure you shout out all of our sponsors there and any other sponsors we may have. Admin Box. You want to start racing in Chop Shop? Make sure you hit Chop Shop, chopshopracing.net. And other than that, guys, this has been Signature Esports. This is Bryant Lucas saying thank you and good night.